nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get with it.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Doing live.
662.
Suck it.
And joining us again,
Hello.
we have Steve McRae and Smarty.
Yes.
Hey.
How y'all been?
Been good.
Good. One of my good friends got married recently, so show him the ring. Show
that
the
bling.
ring.
Look at
Yeah,
that
Bling,
there
bling,
it
bling,
is.
bling.
Oh,
It happened, BB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I thought you were saving yourself for me. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah.
Shame,
He
but
thought you were gonna
Disappointment. You
propose
get used to
sooner.
it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
snooze, you lose, man. I'm sorry. It
Had my
is
shot.
what it is.
Had my shot.
But yeah, lots happened, and it's as I mentioned before. It's funny that the last Drunken Peasants that I showed up on, I was also with Steve on the same episode.
Yes.
That was pretty funny.
It was just random chance, too, that had happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's always
I
funny when
appreciate
people are
it.
with me. Yeah. Real sense of humor there. Just, hey, I'm on Drunken Peasants with Steve. Funny.
Hello to all the sweet boys and girls.
Hello,
Hey.
Josh.
Josh Newpoint, thank you for getting us that 50% mark for our weekly bonus show goal
Yes.
to kick off the show.
Because we've gotta meet that goal before we end tonight's episode.
It's very
So
important.
it's very important that we meet this goal. We got to keep the streak alive. We're gonna do one more week of the goal, and then we're gonna take a week off. We're gonna suspend the streak and continue it again the following week. We're taking 1 week off out of in the last like
48 years.
15 months or something
Yeah.
like that.
48 years.
This is a big deal,
Yeah.
but especially getting ready for episode 666, which
Yes.
my God, that is an undertaking.
Wow.
Just to put it out there.
666 minutes of destruction.
The Devil Show.
Can you please
I'm
tell
wondering
Ziggy
if this-
the cat that he's a handsome boy?
Ziggy, you're a
He's a
handsome
handsome
boy.
Think you're a handsome boy.
Is
Yeah.
a very handsome boy. I like how it's a fucking meme for us to compliment people's pets.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
So we heard about Smarty, and so now we get to hear about Steve. Steve,
I got nothing, man. Nothing's changed. No, actually,
oh
there's quite a stuff going on.
whatever.
Have some
Yeah,
money.
it's always
Listen,
something with me, right?
listen.
It's like,
So I gotta just also explain, this also kind of goes back to the previous show, because that's when I first started following Steve on Twitter. And to
Keep the
my
streak
understanding, when I follow Steve on Twitter,
bad mistake.
Sorry.
no,
Keep talking about
But-
Steve. Talk about Steve is fucking money.
so
Yeah, apparently.
so not even that, not even that. I was just gonna say when I follow Steve on Twitter, I learned that a cornucopia of drama shit is going on, and I'm just like, oh, what do I do with all this?
Well, you fight the good
So-
fight.
Like,
So Steve, please make me aware of what the hell's going on.
Well, okay, actually, we're gonna have an episode coming up with Chesh and I on what is drama, what's not drama, because people put this a weird amalgamation of anything that has to do with something what you're not interested in, they throw into that category of drama, right?
Mhm.
That's what I've noticed on the internet. If you're not interested, it's just drama. But there is real life stuff that is going on, and right now there's a lot of stuff going on with a couple people in the community where. We know for somebody that literally has gone after channels to try to shut them down. They went after a channel of a person named Leslie Bass. They got her with a community strike. She can't stream until February now. And she has like 6 kids and right before Christmas. And these things are not drama because they actually affect creators, right? These things are actually things that people need to know about because you have people in the community that do these certain things. And so it's been, like you said, a cornucopia of stuff like that.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to do a summation of all this in like 30 seconds, trust me, but follow me on
I mean,
Twitter.
like, so there was the Kyle thing, and then after that there was the woman that called you a rape apologist, and then after that was someone.
I didn't even
gets
see
bet- well,
that.
it gets better. Not only did she call me a rape. Okay, so there was, as you know, Katie falsely accused me of sexual harassment. We just got a video of her saying that when she wants to become, when she gets older. Did you watch that? Oh, do you have? That's why I sent it to you.
I didn't. I don't have it on deck right now, but I can grab it. I did watch that. Oh yeah. He was about to try the pickle for the first time.
This is Ben's favorite.
Tony
pickle.
Packo's my. It's a Toledo, Ohio institution in my hometown.
My hometown of Ohio.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tony
what's-
Packo's
like
pickles.
jalapeno pickles?
They're like Hungarian style dill pickles.
Ben got a holiday love.
They're a little bit
Interesting.
spicy, just a little bit.
So now I got to try this and see what all the fuss is about.
Try it.
Ben says it's going to change my mind on pickles, and I'm already a big fan.
Oh,
of
they're not
pickles.
kosher, so
Oh, they're not kosher.
I don't know. Are they?
And they'll never be able to be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
be
like
outcast
a little bit of
immediately.
spice to it, but not too much. Garlicky.
Look, it looks good. If anything,
I'll try
It's
one.
got really good flavor.
Yeah.
I think I would like that on a sandwich.
Yeah, they serve them on the side with their chili dogs. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could appreciate that.
Everybody watching at home, you got to go get a Tony Packo's pickle now and eat it.
Yes.
And if you buy them on Amazon, you can use our Amazon link, and we'll get a little
Yeah.
cut of money.
You can buy their chili sauce too for hot dogs and stuff. Also.
And thank you, Ryby Jenkins, for your $2 ticket admission. Everybody who wants to get us the goal tonight, just pay your $2 ticket admission. Stop sneaking into the theater.
Where is Steve? I'm gonna need. Oh, you know what? No, I found it. Let's see. I'll play this.
Yeah, I was
really
gonna say.
quick.
By the way, for some reason, I don't know why I'm only getting Steve's video, and I can't click over to yours. So I have the YouTube thing up, so I'm watching
you know
it
what?
still.
You know what? It's because I left the call and came back.
Got it.
Earlier-
Okay.
Earlier when we had that connection issue, so that's my.
There
bad.
we go.
There we
Yeah.
go.
All right, so here we go.
Well, you want to put it? Let me give the rundown. So every year there's something called Dumbfuck of the Year by Res Rhetoric, and so this is the 6th annual. So you kind of pick your horse, right? And Kyle, for the longest time, was obviously going to be my
Has
horse. I didn't
G-Man
think.
ever won it before? Has G-Man?
Oh, G-Man was the first winner.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say he's the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth because he wins everything.
He was going to win. Yeah, he was going to win of lifetime, but we decided, it wouldn't make much sense. We have to have, competition.
Why not? Why not just
And-
Dumbfuck Annual Achievement Award or just the Achievement Award in general?
He would definitely win that.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. I don't say this often. I don't. So bookmark this, timestamp it, whenever it is, put it on a soundboard. I was wrong. I really thought that Kyle was going to win this year, but Katie Joy Polson just shot up, and so this was my.
So she
my
said
video.
you sexually harassed her, and
She said I sexually harassed her, and then you're here on this video. Yeah. By the way, my producer is in the video, is in the live chat, and he's with me every time she's ever been on with me, which was only twice.
Yeah,
And
wasn't she was on with Kyle
he's
shortly
just
after
like,
he
yeah,
screwed you over.
She made
right?
it up.
Oh my God, we're having that connection issue again.
Oh, no.
That's really weird. Shit.
This is not good.
We're having a slight connection issue. We're about to restart Skype really quick here.
Yeah. Probably the robot from 4 episodes ago that took over.
No, that was a totally different problem, but that would be funny if it was. All right, so I quit the program. I'm joining it up again. I don't know why the fuck this is happening.
What if,
All right, yeah,
if the
I don't
demon-
know.
Oh, wait. Hey.
I don't know why
back.
that's happening, but it gets really laggy for some reason. I'm not sure, but anyway, here's.
It wasn't bad that you dropped out, but you have to drop out when I had this really awkward look on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
Is that purpose?
we were disappointed as well.
All right.
Yeah, screenshot that. Okay.
So here's.
Well, put us back in the main thing if you can, so we can see. We like to play along.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're there, right? I'm sharing screens right now.
But I can only see. I think I can only see Steve,
I
and
only
I
see
think
you.
Steve can only see me.
Oh well,
I
All
don't
right.
mind looking at him. He's a
It
good-looking
says
guy
I'm
and all.
sharing
but
screens.
he's
All right,
married.
I'll stop.
You're good. Now.
Share screen. Here we go. See it?
Yes.
I was born to
All
be
right.
released.
We're good.
All right, so here's the video.
The number of the beast.
I'm kind of autistic sometimes. Not like I'm not trying to like down the autistic people. We are all kind
Who's
of
this
autistic
Von
in
Helton
ourselves.
looking motherfucker next to her?
That's Don.
That's Don Juan
He's,
Helton.
he's a real winner, trust me, on this
So
one.
how did
He's
you?
a catch. He's a
How
catch.
did you? Like, how is she saying you allegedly harassed her or whatever?
Well, the story's changed multiple times. Which incarnation do you want of it?
The most family friendly version. Don't tell us about all the
On this
digital
show?
penetration.
Oh my god.
The original charge was that we had Mercedes Carrera on. As you guys know Mercedes Carrera. You just did an update on her, which,
Yeah.
by the way, I need to watch because I got to find. I would like to keep a tab on her. But she was a great guest, and she was a great guest. And I had tweeted out, thanks for having Mercedes Carrera on, blah blah blah, something. She was beautiful, intelligent, hot as fuck. And then all of a sudden, she tweeted, "Yeah, but them boobs." No big deal. But for some reason, in her mind's eye, she thought I was talking about her boobs, but I didn't even mention anything about her boobs or being hot. I was talking about Mercedes Carrera. And she spun that all around. And then she changed that later to say I said the word penis in a pre-show with Kyle and Bullinator. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so, yeah.
You
it's just one
said
of
the word penis?
I guess whether I did or did, I don't. Who the hell knows? I don't know why I would say penis, but whatever. I mean, I don't know. But even if I did, what the hell is that sexual harassment to her?
Yeah, I don't know.
Steve, I gotta tell you, man, take a page out of my book.
I don't remember ever saying penis.
Only sexually harass people live on air, because then you can just say it's entertainment. It's perfect. I do it all the time. Huh, Smarty, you sexy little cupcake.
Dude.
Damn it.
Yeah, we're having a problem with our Skype connection. We are. Hold on a second.
This is the man holding him down.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
So, I am about to log out of Skype, and we're just gonna go ahead and just do your normal thing. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna reinstall Skype really quick here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the technology we're using tonight has been supplied by Microsoft and Servant of the Ancients. This is about to go on the road for about 10 hours as a truck driver. Love you guys, and thank you for keeping me mostly sane during my rides. We are happy to keep every single viewer mostly sane. Not 100% sane, though. That's boring. We got to have a little crazy. Got to have the type of crazy that, like, when you look in someone's eyes, you're not sure if you're looking in the eyes of a human or an animal. That's the goal here at Drunken Peasants. There's a reason why Ben stays so high, because he has to deal with my animalistic soul all the time. It takes the edge off.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Everybody in the fan chat right now, ask some questions. I'll give you my honest answer while we fix this terrible Skype problem. Says, did you get my care package? I don't think we got it yet. We will. I'll send Ben down to pick it up ASAP, because he does pretty much whatever I ask him to do. It's pretty sweet. He's my gopher. Billy, what would be a good question to ask? You should ask me how my day has been. Stevie McHug says, Billy, who was Larry talking to on his cell phone? I don't think Larry was talking at all. For those of you who wonder who Larry is, did an IRL stream last night and met a guy named Leisure Suit Larry, I think. He never really said a sentence to me. He was just terribly wasted. Billy, when I sent that Streamlab, I was wanting you to sing it like the Maiden song. Really? I don't think I know the tune. Boober says, Billy, how was your day? It was pretty good. I went and saw the Mr. Rogers movie before the show because I needed a positive reinforcement in my life. Spirit says, Billy, are you getting better at driving? No, I don't think you can improve on perfection. Reno says, Billy, can I have a banana? If you
Hey, long time no see.
I'll give you a banana.
Hopefully this works.
We're having abandonment issues here.
Hopefully this works. I don't know what's going on right now, but you guys get really laggy, and then we stop getting your audio.
That's the same.
Yeah, so it's working.
I have sorry, I have the podcast up on the other monitor, so I can still hear you guys, but I can also watch it as well. That's if there's still an issue with that. So at least there's that.
I was thinking you were like my mommy and daddy because I was like feeling abandoned again.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue, guys.
All right.
All right. So where were we?
So we're gonna watch this video where. So the context is she's accused you of harassment and she's about to say something weird here. Here we go.
Really weird. Yeah. Yeah.
Good old Katie Joy.
I'm kind of autistic sometimes. Not like I'm not trying to like down the autistic people. We are all kind of autistic in this house.
Don't cry about
Duh. Don't worry, my husband is kind of autistic sometimes. Not like I'm not trying to like down the autistic people. We are all kind of autistic in this house.
In the South.
In the South.
I think she said in this
Specifically in the
house.
South.
Oh, in this house.
Oh, I thought you said in the
In the
South. I was
house.
gonna, like,
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing with you got to remember about Katie. Katie jumps from community to community and then gets emotionally attached to her, and then she kind of like milks them a bit.
And then she leaves.
And then she leaves, and then she shuts down all her media, and then she starts over again. And so
Never
she
catch
went
the
from the
shoulder
autism.
because
Her
it's too
son
late
had
for me.
autism, then he didn't
When
have
I see
autism.
it, there are technical difficulties. Think I might have cursed the show frown.
No, there was probably just a bad Skype update.
It's Skype. Skype's fickle.
I just
And
uninstalled. I uninstalled and reinstalled it.
I appreciate you paying for your sins, though, Thor the Ultimate.
Yeah. Thank you.
I look forward to naps. You know what I really look forward to?
Okay, so listen to this. So she's about to talk
listen to
about.
this.
She looks forward to about being older. This.
When I get old, I want to be the old grandma that like sexually harasses the young boys that walk by. I don't even care.
No one wants that.
No.
No one.
Because I feel like when you get that old, you have earned the right to be like a sexual harasser.
I do have to say though, the Filmora 9 created with Filmora Free plan is kind of reminiscent of the G-Man Wondershare thing.
Yeah, well, let me explain here.
I feel it.
This was not a high production thing for me. This was the Dumbfuck of the year. I was just, let's make it and throw it out there. It's supposed to be for fun, so even though it's a serious matter.
Yes.
When I get old, I want to be the old grandma that like sexually harasses the young boys that walk by. I don't even care. Because I feel like when you get that old, you have earned the right to be like a sexual harasser.
I wonder what type of father she has.
Yeah, well, think about this. This is my question. If this was like Alpha Genesis, what the hell, Sega, whatever, Alpha Genesis saying,
Jared
saying when I get older, I've earned the right to sexually harass young women.
Yeah,
what's the difference? I
Well,
mean, if the woke crowd says one thing is
especially
bad,
if
why
she's
is it?
Especially if she's throwing around accusations and she's all sensitive to what people say to her, and
Because
consider
she's not. She's all bullshit on it. This is the real Katie. This is the real her.
Yeah, didn't she say she doesn't drink, and then there's like all these instances of her drinking on stream too?
Not only she didn't drink, there are blogs by her where she recognizes she's an alcoholic, and then she says she doesn't do drugs, yet she has a blog that's now deleted that she was addicted to Adderall.
God, the receipts, man. So many of them.
I got a book. I got a book of receipts.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I wasn't too familiar with her. I know that she was streaming with Kyle a lot, especially when Kyle took the channel from you. She was like one of the first people to start streaming with him afterwards. Yeah,
and that devalued the entire show. I mean, the show was going down, obviously, in quality after I left, because, hey, it was me. But narcissist. So we had a demand letter to them saying, do not stream to the channel while it's in litigation. Okay. And they continued to stream. Mr. Atheist continued to stream, even though he knew there was a demand letter. He lied to his audience and said he didn't really know anything about it, and that Kyle told him he could. That's BS. Godless Engineer continued to stream. Caitlin Chloe decided to stream. And, of course, Katie Polson. And if you watch any of the episodes with Katie and him, they were like the worst show of all time. I mean, it was so bad. Even just the first 10 minutes of the last one on the Smoking Nun, go check it out. If it's not the worst thing you've ever seen, it was, and that devalued the show because people just. Oh,
that.
I heard silence there. I was like, are they gone again?
No.
Scare them off.
No, I think
I have abandoned issues. Don't do this to me.
It just took a reinstall. That's all it took.
Yeah.
Right.
So, okay. what I'm reading in the chat is the smoking done was god awful content. What exactly was smoking done, if I may ask?
It was Kyle and that woman that we just watched.
That's it. That was the name of the show. That's okay.
It was bad.
It was like a gossip show, I think.
Yeah, well, it's more like I don't know. I only watched like 1 or 2 episodes. I couldn't stomach it because I couldn't stand her. We were never. That's why we didn't get along too well, because I thought she was a horrible co-host. Kyle and I could play off each other, right? I mean, whatever there's about Kyle, we had a pretty decent dynamic. I've got a better co-host now, but we had a good dynamic. Her and him couldn't play off each other. They were too much alike. I mean, in many ways, they probably shouldn't be alike, but they're a lot of like.
They both want to get old and harass young boys, right?
But
not true. Not true.
So
Not true.
whatever happened to Kyle?
Allegedly.
Whatever happened to Kyle being the next like Anthony Bourdain or whatever he wanted to do?
Well, you mean the cooking show?
Yeah, or like, didn't he want to be like a restaurant critic or something?
Yeah. He had one video on the channel, and then it had like 1,000 downvotes, and people left 1,000 comments, and he never was heard from again.
Oh, I never even
Good.
I never even saw his new channel or anything like that. That's weird.
It had one video, and it was only like a 30-second clip promo. It was supposed to have been premiered in October.
Oh, okay, yeah, way behind schedule.
That's okay. We're going to do something with it. Cheshire is going to do chesscraft, and she is going to cook in rather, I say, revealing attire.
Okay, I want to watch that. I love good cuisine.
The food is going to be great. You'll be able to taste it through the monitor right here. You can just lick it. The food.
Okay, Steve. I really want to watch this. I'm like, you got me in my head right now. We need to move on. Because now I'm hungry again, and I just ate. Son of a bitch. This happens to me every time. I want to read a Streamlab from MN Viking that came through.
Okay.
Didn't show up on screen, but it was a nice, big, sizable dono.
All right.
And it says, I plan on taking a trip to the West Coast from Mounds View, Minnesota this summer on my new Indian Scout. Hopefully, you sweet boys will have a meetup set up. Would be cool to see you guys. That would be awesome. Hopefully, you can let us know ahead of time when you're going to be here. Ben and I have been talking about doing something out here, and we were thinking about it being in maybe in the summer, springtime, somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, we got to have something to do with our free time, because Ben and I literally just hang around and play footsie all day.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, Billy, I mean, with your new IRL streaming ventures, you'll be able to find some stuff to do when you get the meetup going and all that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and if you don't mind me saying this, hopefully less Ram Ranch than what happened last night.
Man, someone kept
I'm sorry, bud.
Ram Ranch when I had my 12-year-old nephew out. It was offensive. It was very rude.
It was fucked up.
It was very rude.
I felt so bad. I was watching and I just saw like the never-ending Ram Ranch remixes come in, and I was like, oh, I would turn off that speaker so hard.
I want to start in white male fart porn.
White male fart porn.
All right. I have a few of these tonight. All right. Here's the first one of 2. Troll or not a troll? Here it is.
Hi everybody, I'm back. Sorry I've been gone for a while. Something really inspired me to make a video, and I just really wanted to use my platform for good and speak out about something that I truly believe in, especially close to the holiday season. I really debated, like, should you expose this organization, but I just really think it's in the best interest of everyone involved. So the Miss Universe pageant is a fraud.
This sounds like not a troll. Absolutely.
No, not at all.
Not a troll?
Well, we don't know
Not
what
a
she's
troll.
saying
Legit.
about it
Totally
yet.
legit.
What?
My first tip off is that she didn't say it, but she was this close to being like, it was so hard for me to make this video. Like this is a
I
natural.
didn't want to make this video.
Yeah, but I figured I'd use my platform for good.
I want to watch a little
That's a
more.
check right there.
Because I'm
See the
getting
clenched
troll
teeth?
vibes. I'm getting
She's
troll
angry.
vibes.
Distinct lack
This is an angry
of
feminist or
diversity
something.
that honestly is disgusting to me.
There you go.
I'm just
Angry
going to tell
feminist.
you that personally, every year I tune in. And I say this year, I'm gonna see some freaky, funky, fresh.
Troll.
Listen to the other shoe falling.
The alliteration is troll.
It's starting to fall, but I'm still not a troll.
The other
I'm not a
shoe
troll right now.
is like.
It's like
from the
she's
sky.
holding it like with like one finger, like maybe I'm gonna drop it.
Here it is.
Alien
She's a troll.
shit.
She's really good so far.
Look.
I'm gonna see some freaky, funky, fresh alien shit because this is a Miss Universe competition.
Competition.
Miss Universe. And every fucking year, all I see is a bunch of little dumbass humanoids and Steve Harvey walking around.
All right.
You know what?
I don't
Why
think
don't we
she's- I
have a
think she's
dog
insane.
show and just say,
That's pretty good.
Here's where I step in here. Either because she's saying like she sees all these dumbass humans here. Either maybe she's an alien kid, and then it's not a troll that way.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Yeah, maybe she's like she believes in that camp that she's actually an alien and not an actual person, thinking she's going to see some fellow aliens on screen at the Miss Universe
You want to reach a little
competition.
farther, Stretch
Yeah, you don't
Armstrong?
actually believe this, right, John?
I could. No, but I don't know.
okay,
We'll see. We'll see.
we're gonna find out what the best dog is on Thanksgiving. We're gonna find out what the best dog is. We're gonna have 50 Cocker Spaniels. Oh, and you know who the judge is gonna be? A Cocker Spaniel. I don't want to say it's a government thing. I don't want to say the government's involved. But where are you, Bob Lazar? Where are you, Tom
Wow, that goes back years.
DeLonge?
Tom DeLonge? She's calling him the dude from Blink 182 for this shit?
Tom DeLonge.
Where are
he's
you?
Can I?
Well,
let me-
he's involved in that stuff.
Yeah,
He's
so-
involved, you guys know the story on that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Angels and Airwaves got
Yeah.
him into being firm into the alien camp, and now he has a show on the History Channel, Discovery Channel.
I think it's on history, but
And he was
yeah.
hired by the government for to actually work for
Yeah,
them
they're
in
really
the
into that kind of
industry.
stuff.
The alien.
Bob Lazar is supposed to have worked at Area 51.
Where are
I
you?
just saw in chat. What's his
And
age
why
again?
is this the way that it is? So I'm going to be starting a change.org position below if you'd like to sign it. Because you cannot tell me that in this entire beautiful, vast universe, our little dumbasses win every fucking year, and they don't even have the opportunity to compete.
So it's not equal representation of
universe.
sentient species in the universe.
And that's why I think WWE got it right. You know, their Universal Champion is obviously not human. Is Brock Lesnar the champion right now?
I have no idea.
I can't remember who the fucking champion
I'm
is.
just going to go on a limb here. I'm probably going to get it wrong, but hey, you know what? I don't even care. I don't think she's a troll. I think she's just insane. But if she's a troll, she's excellent.
I say troll.
I give her props.
I don't even
If
think
she is a
she's-
troll, I'll give her that. But I don't know. She's really deep in this.
I think she's just an actress.
Funky fresh.
She's just an actress. She's using the platform of YouTube as her stage. She's acting as one of the crazy, stupid people that say crazy, stupid stuff to get.
And she's really good.
Stupid
Somebody
normal
hire
people.
her.
But
to
here's
convince me.
another thought though. No human would actually use the phrase funky fresh. Maybe she's actually an alien trying to blend in with humans. Huh? Maybe?
Maybe,
No?
Oh,
Okay.
so what you're saying is she's maybe an alien and she's pissed off that her alien species from her home planet aren't getting equal representation
Yes.
in the Miss Universe competition.
Exactly.
And she's here to infiltrate as some kind of vanguard for them before they like take us over and eat us.
She couldn't be an
Okay.
alien. Aliens don't have eyebrows.
Amazing.
So is your vote not a troll?
She's a troll.
Okay.
Oh no, it's absolutely a troll.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely a troll.
All right, so this next one is troll or not a troll. This is the guy who interviewed Jared recently, which we're going to go over tonight after troll or not a troll. But I want to give you one of his solo videos so you can call troll or not a troll on him personally. Yeah, but we'll get to the interview. He interviews Jared over the phone. It sounds like he's talking to someone who's in prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, here he is.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is I don't know what to call myself yet, but
Stop,
just so
stop. One sec. A fellow hoarder, I see.
It's like
look at that background. It's like two people with shitty bedroom backgrounds communicating
It's a bunch
with one
of
another.
pink stuff, though. It looks like a little girl's room or something.
Could be.
I think the technical term or the PC term is cheap shit collector.
Maybe.
Yeah.
you know,
I call it
I'm covering my face.
I call it as I see it.
Yeah, maybe so.
I'm pretty much like a Jared follower. I think Jared's points.
Oh yeah, I eat the egg roll funky fresh. Oh yeah, I eat the sushi noted troll. Oh yeah, ching chong shabisky da joke. Oh yeah, konnichiwa. Oh yeah, I eat the rice. Shout out Seth. Shout out Joe.
That's a lot.
Those you
That's a
at
lot to
home
throw in
watching,
for.
Yeah, that's not actually really Andrew Yang. We've established this.
But he said he eats rice.
It's a fake Andrew Yang. The real Andrew Yang would have given us $1,000, not 20.
Makes a lot of good points and everything. And yeah, I mean, the only thing I don't agree with is him dating the children and all.
As he says this from what's obviously a little girl's bedroom.
I know.
Total troll, but I love it. This is great.
And I just want to point out that Chris and his little gang, they're a bunch of Nazis, so they really.
Why even film yourself? Like, you look ridiculous with a towel over your face. Why not
That's
just
the
like?
point.
Why not just film the wall or?
Because
film...
if he's trolling, this gets more more movement here. With the dirty bedroom and by design, right? Like, he didn't even go in his own bedroom because he knew his little sister's bedroom looked dirty, so he went in her damn bedroom while she was at school and filmed this in there because it's an upper class troll.
Very good people,
Just trying to relate.
Think that, they're doing good for a good cause, but just keep in mind, people, that Chris only got Jared offline for good, only to benefit himself, because Jared doxed Chris and ordered a pizza for Chris, and Chris got booty hurt. He got mad and called his dad, his poor old dad.
Right, but Jared got booty hurt all the time. People did that to him, so I don't understand how Jared can complain about people doing it to him when he does it to other people too, right? I don't know.
His dad is innocent and everything, and he convinced his dad to kick Jared offline for good. So I just wanted to point that out. I don't know if I'll be making videos, which I probably will be making videos, maybe address these Jared videos and why I think, he makes good points. And, Jared's a pretty cool guy, there's just a couple
I'm sorry,
things
I'm trying to stay in on this, but he's so inane. It's killing me.
But he's trying to be. I mean, this guy clearly is not a Jared fan.
I don't care if he's troll or not a troll. Can I just put boring? Because that's what he is right now. Christ. Oh man.
You think he's just socially engineering Jared so he can get that interview out of him?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's maybe.
Yeah, he knows that Jared's into younger girls, so he films it live from a studio audience of an underage girl's bedroom. Maybe this guy's the next
studio.
level. Yeah,
I think if you kiss Jared's ass, he's really easy to manipulate, and people have done this.
Oh, I disagree. I think Jared is a total genius. He's a savant.
Oh, sorry.
He's actual savant. I one of my favorite things about Jared is how he just doesn't care. He just doesn't give a F.
But he does.
The entire world, is his oyster, and you can tell that guy shucked a lot of oysters. He goes out there and he fights Jason David Frank in his own dojo.
No,
it's
he didn't.
amazing. It's amazing. The guy,
he fought his pupil and got his ass kicked.
I gotta say, Jared Genesis is just a really good dude. I'm gonna get an interview next.
Yeah,
he's trying to get that peasants interview.
Yeah, let's move into crazy people.
Crazy people.
I like it sped up. It's actually pretty cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, and I came up with the idea to speed it up all on my own.
I like it.
My idea.
Like that.
Now I'll get an angry email from the guy who actually had the idea.
I was the one that told you to speed up that slow-ass intro. I made the show better, Ben, not you.
Nobody else.
Bring back Galen.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. Commend you for that one. Wow. Why do I instantly think of the aliens meme with this image right now?
Yo, what's up, guys? This is another episode of The Dark Ninja. What's up, my viewers?
Yeah, that's that guy, the guy whose video we just watched. Remember when he was like, "Oh, I haven't thought of a name yet." He picked the Dark Ninja.
Got the Alpha
God, I hate it.
himself in the blood. On the line. What's up, Jared? How you doing, bud?
What's good, my guy? Chilling.
Not much, man. Just giving you a call and
Ben.
Yes.
Ben. I don't know what your actual Mania plans are, but can we have this guy in a triple threat for the Cringerweight title with Egghead and can we just have him cash in? Because that's solid.
I don't think he deserves the belt right yet. He's a flash in the pan as far as I'm concerned.
The Dark Ninja.
He's not a true contender.
He's already got me.
He has to
I
fight
hate
the
it.
undercard first.
Yeah, I don't even think he's making the show.
And how you doing, man? Everybody's curious. Even your haters, man. They're curious on how you're doing since the whole Jared went offline type thing.
He didn't go offline. He was removed by his father from the internet
for a week now or two.
And now he has to do internet interviews over the phone like he's in prison. It's hilarious.
Whatever.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, this ain't my first rodeo, as they say down here in Texas. I'm sure you've heard that saying.
Yeah.
About, goddamn, like 10 months ago.
You're no longer on the internet. This is in prison.
Yeah.
It's just the internet. Fucking.
My dad took away my internet, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, it wasn't like, I just want to make it clear to everyone listening, it wasn't like a punishment. He saw how it was affecting my life mentally and physically, and it was.
It's a punishment.
Okay, wrap my head around this. His dad took away the internet?
His dad, who's probably like 60, 70 years old, took away the internet from him, a 33-year-old man.
It's not really a punishment. It's more like a blessing in disguise. I've been able to go out and kick bricks in my backyard. Broke my toe and all, but now I get to sit up and watch DVD movies from VeggieTales.
And by the way, yes, the audio sucks. And that's probably because this person doesn't know how to record an actual phone call, right? So, if I was going to do like a phone call interview, I would just use Skype and then route it through the board here.
And, I want to say to you, I love my dad. He's a fucking awesome guy. He turned me on to classic music. He's a musician. He plays guitar. I play drums. We go on bike rides every Sunday, beat the fucking turtles. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Nice. He's a beautiful human being. And,
yeah, you do not follow his example. No. He does not, participate in internet fuckery like you do.
Sounds like he's on a phone. He's just like recording him, like putting the phone up to her.
Like a speakerphone thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
To my haters who want to bring my personal life into this.
You bring your personal life in? You bring it.
He did.
Didn't he say all these things? Nobody forced him to say this stuff, did he?
No, and no one forced him to use his real name. Nobody forced him to say where he lived. Nobody forced him to wear the same clothes every day and say that, adults should date 8-year-olds. Nobody forced him not to clean his room. I mean, like, he could hang a fucking sheet behind him, and we'd never know that he has a shitty room like this.
Yeah.
Or he could, just not go online. I think that's the great answer. I think that his dad banning him from the internet is one of the greatest victories of modern internet warfare.
He still ends up on the internet though through a speakerphone, through a shitty connection, mic, whatever for this guy.
Yeah, but
he's
the,
still
the
able
biggest
to get
audience,
back on somehow.
the biggest audience he's gonna get with this fucking phone call is this. We're signal boosting the
True.
probably what only like 14 people have seen other than us.
All I can say to you is I feel genuinely sorry that you need to do that. I really do. That, you're just that much of a shallow person that you want to try to bring up personal stuff because you really have nothing on me besides that,
They have everything on you. Everything
Yeah.
that you've handed to them on a silver platter.
Yeah, so he's playing the victim. He's like, he does this to himself, and then, oh, woe is me. You're picking on me.
He calls himself a victim of bullying on the internet.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry,
But he's one
not
of
a
the
victim.
he's right now at least one of the biggest bullies on the internet.
Joseph, we love Joe, we love Seth, we love Seth. True DP fans love Ben, Joe, and Seth. Billy has the fat and thus has the brain damage, and he is inferior
Billy's
to Ben,
Billy's a
Seth,
sweet
and
boy
Joe.
though.
This
Billy's a
Streamlabs
sweeter
was
boy than
brought
all
to
three
you
of
by
them.
Zoltan Core.
Is there like
Oh,
a new
no.
Streamlabs plugin where they always tell the absolute truth now?
Yeah, thank you, Archimus, for your blood money, disparaging my good name.
Talking about my bedroom, things in my bedroom, like my Ninja Turtle action figures.
Dude, if it's on your video, people are going to talk about it. You can't put shit in a video and expect no one to talk about it. You're
Yeah.
so fucking dumb.
I just want to tell Jared right now.
He
if
brings you up a lot later.
If you feel like you're a victim of bullying, I'm here for you, dude.
Oh, he brings you up.
Just reach out to me. If you can get the internet back, just message me on Twitter, and I'll help you get through the bullying. 'Cause I care.
Things like, the way that I dress.
Yeah, don't worry, dude. They talk shit about my bedroom too. It's just
Yeah, bro. I mean, really.
Because your bedroom is garbage as well as Jared's.
Typical
I'm
beta
sorry,
male
I'm
shit.
mad because people clean your rooms.
I'm genuinely sorry that, you
You gotta
guys
make
felt
the
the
bed.
need to go to that kind of course of action. Obviously,
But okay, he's like, oh, you took that course of action. You're taking the low road, like bringing up my dirty room. All I did was threaten to rape someone's wife after they died. Like he did that to Boogie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Ben,
he
what's
made-
10 times worse? Making fun of someone's room or threatening another person's wife?
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting mad now.
To be fair,
This fucker.
Boogie has since
This is
got a
escalating.
divorce.
Yeah, but
So-
it was back when they were still married. He was basically, he made a video saying, Boogie, I know you're going to die soon, and when you die, I'm going to rape your wife, and she's going to love it.
To be double fair, not only is he divorced, he's also lost a lot of weight, and he won't probably be dying soon. So that's, Jared was not in the wrong there. He was just completely wrong.
you have a serious vendetta about me. I don't know why that is. You don't know me. You don't really know who I am. I mean, you can assume things, by what I say in my videos or how I act, but at the end of the day, none of you guys know me. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's fair to judge someone just off of silly shit. And,
I mean, you're going to be judged for what you say more than pretty much anything else you do. So if you got a problem with people judging you for what you say, maybe you should disavow what you said. But you won't do that.
That's what's the weird part. He's like stands by every weird thing that he's ever said about girls, and I don't know. It's like if somebody said, yeah, I really made inappropriate comments, but I didn't mean it, or whatever excuse he comes up with, but still he doubles and triples downs on it. Like it's it's okay, no big deal. Date a 9-year-old. Go ahead, Mama did.
He says like, you don't know me. You don't know me. What we have gathered from what you've given us is enough to say, even if you were hiding like some genius level music talent on those drums behind you, if you were like a awesome commenter, or, if your critiques on movies and cinema were actually better than they appear to be in your stupid fucking review videos that contradict themselves before they even finish.
Right.
If you were actually a Ninja Turtle and not just a fucking weird fanboy with toys, if there was some hidden talent that you had that made you like a modicum more likable. If there was any of that there, it wouldn't matter because of all the gross shit you've given us.
His talent is being unlikable. That's his talent. He's so good at being unlikable.
It's astounding that he has that talent, to be honest with you. Like, that he can pull it off so well.
Yeah.
Because I've never actually been mad like this at a person before.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The last few months have been crazy, bro. Once I came back from that break, I thought everything was going to be hunky-dory, you know what I mean? But no, instead, I had a bunch of people accusing me of being a pedophile.
Because you said that you at least
I wonder
condoned
why.
it. I mean, at the very least, you condoned it, if not participated in it.
It was the worst thing about that blowing up when the video of him talking about dating 8-year-olds went viral. The worst thing about that is a flock of MAPs, minor attracted persons, went to him and congregated in his Discord.
Yeah,
and basically turned that Discord into a cesspool.
Yeah. Well, there's already a cesspool. It's Jared Genesis' Discord.
Sorry, not just a cesspool, a disease-ridden cesspool.
Literally, his
something that
bedroom
you
is
would
that.
die from going into.
I'm surprised he doesn't have botulism from sitting in that room all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, his Discord was terrible, and it was a place where these child lovers gathered.
Yes.
And it was
an AMBLA meeting, basically.
Yeah, like
ew.
Within the snap of the finger, you think you're out there warning the world this guy should not be around your daughters type of situation.
Now, Jared didn't even bother to go try to put the kibosh on any of that.
No, he literally just like, I said what I said. Like
He never, see,
he
this
never
is what
backed
I'm
down
saying.
from
It's
it, right?
like he's got no reason to bitch. Sorry.
Like he'll dismiss it as, oh, I was edgelording, but then when really pressed about it, he'd be like, no, actually, I did mean, like, I meant that. I don't see a problem with it. Spiritual connection.
Yeah.
Spiritual connections are intangible and unmeasurable. So if all you need is a spiritual connection, you can claim you have it with anyone.
If you need a spiritual connection, then you also need to take a spiritual distance and wait till they're spiritually turned 18 years old without involving
Spiritually an
yourself
adult.
with them at all. And then go and meet them at 18 years old and see if that spiritual connection held the test of time after leaving them the fuck alone
That's
because
still a
they're
little
children.
creepy. That's called grooming.
And if
by the
that-
way.
if
No,
that
you literally
doesn't, then you
leave them
spiritually
alone until
fuck
they're
off is
18.
what you
Don't
do.
talk to them. Don't. If you have some mental spiritual connection, just stay away from that fucking kid. And then when they're 18, go be like, hey, I'm that creepy guy. Remember me?
Hey,
Are you
hey.
spiritually connected?
I mean, somebody can make an argument if they're like 17 years old, 363 days, and 1 hour short. You know, I mean, Jared, whatever, man.
You can make an argument
okay,
for
wait,
8 years
wait,
old too.
but-
All these weird maps have been trying to do
you
it.
gotta wait 10 years or something. Something's not right there. Okay.
As well as being swatted and having a bunch of people.
And by the way, he was never actually swatted. People called the police to his house. Swatting is when the SWAT team comes and they like break down your door and hold you at gunpoint. None of that happened. The cops came and did a welfare check on them. There was never an actual SWAT.
Yeah. Why do they call it if the police show up? It's a SWAT. There's a fundamental difference between police showing up and SWAT.
You know what? Pearl clutching, fucking, hypersensitive people consider that swatting.
Well, there was a time
It was
when
an attempt
you would
at a
call
swat.
somebody and tell them that there was someone in the house being kidnapped or held hostage or whatever, and they'd send out the SWAT team or the local police task force, strike force, and that was what swatting started out as. And now it's anytime a cop shows up to your house, you're like, I got swatted.
Yeah.
I got swatted.
Yeah, it's a little hyperbolic.
I don't consider it that. Swatting is when SWAT team comes. If the SWAT team isn't there, it wasn't swatting.
Guys.
It was an attempt.
Guys, someone came to my house tonight trying to tell me about Jehovah's Witnesses. I was swatted.
Yeah.
I was swatted.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, I live with my parents, and I've been swatted 10 times now.
No, you haven't.
So for the haters who say that they care about my family, they don't.
That sounds like
I
hyperbole.
mean, I believe the cops came that many times, but
yeah, that like I could see the cops coming, but that is like to say that's hyperbole.
My mom got to a point where she was afraid to leave her own house.
So why the fuck didn't you do what you needed to do to make your family feel safe? Like you were selfish.
He's always going to be selfish.
That clear in the video, and that didn't faze them one bit. These people are sick, demented individuals, and genuinely I'm praying for them because I know that they basically, are at a crash course to hell. I mean, really, a lot of them are.
They're going to hell.
They're spiritually weak, and that's why they make fun of me. Talking about how they bring up how spiritual connections with 8-year-olds. I know they hate me because I'm a spiritual man. I love God. I'm not afraid to say that I love Jesus Christ.
Did he just say they hate me because I'm a spiritual man?
And he loves God.
Yeah, and because he talks about spiritual connections with 8-year-olds.
So Ben, I got to ask you. So if Jared loves God, and Jared likes underage girls, God is an underage girl. So God is an 8-year-old.
Might be.
Well, no, Jared says he doesn't care if they're 8 or 80, 9 or 96 type of thing, right?
Yeah, or like
he just says he's not
1,000.
picky.
He threw out some number
1,000.
that. Yeah, that no one is.
There's an age nobody will ever be, and there's an age that
everyone is.
Pretty much
everyone.
Pretty much everyone. You know, the majority of people were 8 and not sexual beings at that age. And they shouldn't be for a reason. There's a reason. There's many laws in place.
Spiritual connection.
Spiritual
Very
connection.
spiritual person. They don't like that.
I don't
They also
believe
don't
in
like
God, and I believe even less in your spiritual connection.
the fact that I'm a straight white male. That bothers them a lot. And also because I'm red pilled like you, bro. You know what I mean? Someone who has a mind of their own. They do not like that at all because they're all sheep.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they hate that.
Yep.
And, I guess I remind them perhaps of the bully that they dealt with in high school, maybe, or middle school. And
yeah, probably.
for that, yeah, I just wanted to say I am genuinely sorry for that if I do, and if I caused any of you enough misery to where you felt like you needed to affect my life as well as my family's life. I am genuinely sorry.
I really don't like this guy.
He's not.
I really
Is he
don't
crying?
like this guy.
No, he's not.
I don't know,
crying.
but he's trying to.
He sounds like he's crying right now.
No, he's the king of empty apologies. He does not feel sorry. At
I
all.
thought maybe those were crocodile tears. But
No.
I couldn't tell if he was choking on his own
No,
throat.
it's just the shitty recording. That's all it is.
Yeah, but it does sound like he's trying to elicit some kind of emotional response, and that's just
Real quick,
crap.
I want to apologize also to Chris, the 30-year-old boomer.
No, he doesn't.
You can't. Okay, all
These
right.
are backhanded
I
apologies.
thought I was going to get an apology.
He wants to apologize to the guy that he's doxed multiple times and will dox again, inevitably.
It's more than likely he will do this, and like, he's just a hypocrite in general. I can hear it in his voice, and I hate every single thing about it.
Well, he does this. He does this holier than thou. You know, I feel sorry for him. Actually, I just want to apologize to him because he's so pathetic that he deserves. Like, yeah, that's what he
Even though
does.
you've been stalking me for, I want to say, close to 2 years.
He hasn't been stalking
I'm sorry,
you.
man, that I doxed you and sent a pizza to your house. But I hope you can understand why I did, bro.
No.
Can I hold on?
No.
I gotta step in here. Really?
You can't complain about people doxing you and sending pizzas to your house when you're doing it to other people too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
This apology. This apology is on the level of the Channel Awesome. We're sorry you feel that way. Apology. Just as someone who experienced it firsthand.
Yeah, you were part of Channel
Context.
Awesome.
I was a part of Channel Awesome. I experienced that shit firsthand. This is the level of that apology right now. Go fuck yourself, Jared. You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You and your Nazi gang have been relentless with me, posting private pictures. You know.
Oh, now he's complaining because, and I don't condone this, and I avoided this Discord server like the plague, but I guess a lot of Jared's haters were like posting memes with the nudes that he had sent out to all the catfish.
Yeah.
They were having fun with that, but it's, dude.
I bet Jared is sexually and spiritually attracted to Baby
Probably.
Yoda.
No.
Probably. But you know, he claims he didn't mind sending out the nudes because he was
Leave
gonna
him
troll-
alone.
He was trolling people. Remember when he claims that he wasn't actually trying to send nudes to minors.
Yeah.
He knew they were trolling him, so he trolled them back by sending them nudes. That's his explanation.
That's a good strat.
I knew that
Strat.
girl that
And
told
now-
me she was 15 when I guess she was 14 was actually not underage. I knew that. That's why I sent her my
I
bare
knew she
dick
wasn't
without asking.
14. I thought she was 13.
So yeah, you can't. If you sent nudes as a troll, then you shouldn't be complaining when people are posting your nudes everywhere.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't work that way. I don't know why he
Of
thinks
my,
it did.
junk
do that.
pics that are like 7 years old. I don't even know how you got.
Because you have harassed people on the internet and they have leaked all these like you harassed some women on a dating site years ago and they leaked all of the like creepy messages and your weird profile from dating sites. It's all out there because you've made enemies and done enough weird shit to where now it's all there. Man.
Really, bro, like that would break anybody, and you know, the fact that you felt the need to push it. Well, you know, don't blame me that you got your SSI taken away.
Dude, I've seen at least 3 of these conversations, and every time you sent a dick pic, you were not asked to send one, and you didn't ask if you could send one. And actually,
So he just did it.
And actually, Jared, as of 2 months ago in your state, it is illegal to send unsolicited nudes to anybody of any age.
Oh, even if they're trolling you.
Even if they're trolling you.
Oh.
If someone doesn't, if you don't ask, can I send you a nude, or they don't say, can you send me a nude, you cannot send them a nude. And you can look it up. It's on the books. It's a new law on
You
the
can
books.
send me nudes, carte blanche. Send them. I've never got an unsolicited nude. What's wrong with that?
You haven't?
Okay, well, okay. I haven't got an unsolicited nude from somebody I don't know. Just make it happen.
Oh, I've
never
gotten way
asked,
too
not
many
once.
unsolicited nudes. Way too many.
No, I never have. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Is that one of your goals right now, Steve? Jeez.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I got enough crap coming
Once
in.
you
but
once
seriously,
you
I know.
once you ask for the nudes, it's no longer
fell in love.
unsolicited though. Like you've opened Pandora's box. Now nobody can send you
I've
unsolicited
never got
nudes.
a dick pic. What's wrong with that?
Somebody somebody send
Actually, I did
Steve
get
a
one. I got
nice
one dick
healthy
pic. I
wang
forgot. I
pic.
did get- Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Like, you need to get a fucking life, dude, really. And I hope that you do. And I hope that you can, you know, find happiness in your life, happiness that I know you don't have, as well as your friend, whoever this mystery guy is. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to say really quick, and I'm sorry I'm
Wait for the
ranting,
peasant's
bro,
quote.
but, the real Matthew Heimbach called my house. Guys, I know what you were trying to do. You were trying to get me in trouble with Matthew Heimbach because he supposedly...
This is like trolls trolling him, and then like trolls trolling about other trolls, and this is just nonsense that he's saying.
This
here.
is weird.
Very Nazi, which he isn't, by the way. But he personally called me, and
Dude, this is like Chris Chan level shit. Like random people are calling him, claiming to be important people, and he like believes
knew
it.
what
It's
was
so
going
weird.
on, and he
As long as they pander to his ego, he'll believe whatever he hears.
sympathized with me. And so I'm sorry that your plan foiled on you. I don't know what you were thinking, like he was going to come, you know, break down my door and kill me or something. But no, he and I are straight, actually. So I'm sorry that plan backfired on you. But you have to realize, guys, when you relentlessly attack someone, other people are going to see smart people like Isaac here, you know, people who
See smart people like the guy who's pandering to me to get this interview.
have half a brain
He's
are going to
smart.
see.
He's in our chat right now, and he
Yeah.
says he deleted this interview, so this is the last time this interview will exist. Wow.
The victim of cyberbullying.
Is that the actual Dark Ninja in the chat right now?
Yeah, he
Oh
wiped
my
his
God.
channel clean, but I already had these videos.
I've been the victim of cyberbullying for a long time now, even before all this pedo crap.
No.
Welcome to the face turn.
No, you went. I mean, like, sure, there's always assholes. So even if you are totally benign and you avoid conflict on the internet, you're still going to get a few assholes. And those people are bullies. If they bully someone that's not confrontational at all, and they're attacking them, then yeah, I would say that's bullying. But you ask for it. Not only do you say things that are disgusting, but you attack people all the time. You literally have attacked people over the course of years. You have multiple channels. Even though 3 of them got deleted recently, there's still 4 or 5 old channels out there. People can go back and look at the shit you've said. It's there, plain as day.
You know what's funny to me? Jared could go out and get like a throwaway cell phone, right? And just continue uploading to YouTube.
He couldn't.
He could go get like a cheap ass burner cell phone.
With what?
$40.
If he could afford that, why didn't he get an internet?
Well, his dad took
His
the
dad
internet
took
away
the internet
from
away.
him.
Like if he really wanted to be on YouTube with his daddy taking away his internet, just go out, go to fucking day labor, sell some.
He can't
blood.
pay for internet. He can't get a cable system. He can't get a dish. I don't know.
You got to have an ID.
Does he not have an ID?
No.
How does he not have an ID? He's 30-something years old.
Oh, well, why does he still live with his mom? Why doesn't he clean his room? Why doesn't he change his shirt? Why? I mean, like, it's a cascade effect with him.
You could ask.
Why does he sleep on styrofoam?
Right.
As well as other people, not just Chris. I won't just pin this on Chris. I've been attacking me for reasons I don't really know.
How can you not know?
YouTuber, I kind of tell it like it is. People don't like that.
Oh, okay. So what? All the shit he says that gets everyone to hate him. That's just him telling it like it is. That's what it is.
I don't know why. He thinks. What does he think? He's like some kind of trendsetter. I'm going to tell you exactly the way it is, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think, and you guys are all going to love it. And
he says that he's punk rock, but I only ever hear him listening to like early 2000s new metal on his channel. So I don't know. He's like listening to Disturbed or something. I don't know.
A lot of people have trouble, with other people's opinions. I don't know why that is.
He sounds like he's about to cry.
Xenophobia or what have you. But
Xenophobes.
I've been on YouTube for about 6 years now.
Xenophobia, that's not the right word to use.
And I've been getting into it with a lot of people, not going out of my way, but these people come on my channel, have continuously harassed me. Drunken Peasants, EFAP.
Here we go.
There
it is.
These podcasters who use me as an
and his definition of harassment is our watching his videos that he has publicly uploaded and reacting to what he says. That's all we do. I've been in his chat room a couple times and like prodded him a couple times, but it's usually only being like, "Hi, Jared," and he'll get all creeped out by it.
I know there's some new standards coming out for the YouTube. I've read, the new terms and the new harassment and bullying, and I think it's going to backfire spectacularly. I really do. I think it's pandering, and I think it's actually going to harm the people that they're trying to protect. Like usual, like the past things that happened that YouTube's done. But we've had the same issues. Like we did a couple reviews of a person's video. I got 2 now defamation things. 2. Now they didn't strike the channel. All they do is prevent it from being shown in the UK. But that's the new thing now. Oh, you're talking bad about me. I'm going to put a defamation thing on, which you can't do anything about. There's no way to fight it. It's just done. And then your video's not shown in the UK, which is, half by, a big chunk of the audience.
Cow to get views by laughing at me. If you don't believe me, watch the Drunken Peasants podcast where Billy the Fridge made a Patreon, made money off of making a joke at me.
Okay, well, first of all, we're allowed to do that.
Was it funny? Was it
Stephen
funny?
Colbert makes money making jokes about Donald Trump. You're allowed to make jokes about people and make money off of it. There's no law against that whatsoever.
But it has to be funny.
Satire parody.
I mean, what he's talking about is actual mania, and I guarantee you he didn't even know exactly what it was. He's going off of secondhand information that someone told him.
I'm gonna assume it's that they were like someone was like, "Oh, well, Jared, they're talking about you on Drunken Peasants," and that's all he's heard and thinks the worst.
Ben and I are not investigative journalists. We're not over here trying to expose Jared for having a dirty room. We're here trying to point out the ridiculousness and make some jokes.
Yeah.
If you're swatting Jared or whatever you're doing, you're not doing it because we want you to. You're not doing it to support Drunken Peasants. You're doing it because you are kind of an asshole. But Jared's kind of an asshole. There's a lot of fucking assholes.
I think
out
if
there.
you're literally like, if you are, whether or not the SWAT team shows up, I think that if you're calling the police with the intention of sending a SWAT team to someone's house, I almost feel like you should be charged with attempted murder. Or like maybe
at the very least, reckless endangerment.
Yeah.
Or at least
because we know people have died from that before.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's not attempted murder per se, because you're not sending them over to go kill them. But I think you're putting them in a potentially hostile situation.
I
That
think
is
it should be a
reckless
criminal charge, a
absolutely.
felonious criminal charge.
Absolutely.
Laughing at my videos. He made money from that from Patreon. It was some kind of contest.
Poor baby.
So guys, you have to realize those are the kinds of people I've been dealing with. And
I like how that's his example of how horrible we are. We made money making a joke about him. Oh no! Like what?
You know, Jared, I don't want to be the asshole here, but if you look at the numbers, they've only gone down since we started talking about you, man. We're losing money making jokes about you, okay? So chill the fuck out. You owe us cash. You owe us money. If anybody wants to make up for the fact that we're losing money making jokes about Jared, just become a patron right now. December's a great month to donate a patron to one of your friends for Christmas.
it's not fun, and because of that, I will admit I've become somewhat more of a hateful person. I've said some hateful things, and I just wanted to say...
You have not become
Hold
that.
on. No, he has been hateful.
Yeah, he has videos that are 10 years old or whatever, 7 years old, where he's saying the N-word and how he thinks it's okay to call people that. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, to people that I may have deeply offended, I'm sorry, but you have
You're not sorry. You're just okay with saying you're sorry when you're really not.
to realize
I was so ready for him to say, I'm sorry you feel that way. I was so ready for it.
just haven't been in the greatest mental state in these last few months. Again, I've been
Try ever.
swatted like 10 times. I've had a ton of pizza come to my house, as well as...
And why didn't getting off the internet voluntarily come to mind as a solution for this?
various other kinds of foods. It's like I've had the whole different countries come to my house, Asian food, American food, you know, fucking...
Oh, no, so much food.
I think was Indian food, maybe, but...
Tell me he got a tour of Italy from Olive Garden into his house.
He didn't have to go to Epcot. All the food came to him.
Right.
You guys would have paid for it. Just, you know, just saying. I wouldn't be calling you out, but you didn't even pay for the damn food. So that's
No, it is fucked up to send food out to someone's house who can't afford to pay for it.
Well,
you know?
you're wasting the time of the
could at
delivery
least pay
people.
for it.
They could be making tips
Well,
during that time.
Well, I don't mind if you pay for it. If I give $40 to the company and say, hey, go send some food to somebody like Smarty, you starving? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna send you like a sub or something, dude.
I don't have Treat Stream, but I can get that set up for you if you
wouldn't mind a
want.
good sub in the middle of a stream, right?
If when I'm streaming, I'll take like a sub, whether it be from Twitch or if I set up Treat Stream, then that would help.
For it. Yeah, I don't like people.
Looks paid for.
What if
sending
what if
people out
Jared
there
had a
not get
peanut
paid,
allergy and someone sent like Thai peanut noodles to his house?
Is that
be,
assault with a deadly weapon?
Yeah, would that be assault?
Everyone, if you're watching right now and you haven't liked the stream yet, please give us a like here. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah, we're gonna get those likes up over 200 right now. We're
Yeah.
gonna continue to increase that while the show goes on. Those of you that have Brave Browser, open up our site with Brave Browser, and you can just give us the bats with the little triangle at the top of Brave Browser. When our channel's on Brave Browser, when you're watching us with Brave Browser, you could give that over. Brave Browser is a superior browsing option.
It is. On mobile, too. You can replace YouTube Premium with the Brave Browser. Details all over.
Below.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I just wanted to say again, I'm sorry. Anyone I may have deeply offended, but in my shoes, I think you would kind of understand why I said some of the things that I said and why I acted the way that I acted.
No.
YouTube is a very, very toxic place.
You are a contributor to the toxicity.
It's not a good place. I wouldn't recommend anyone who wants to be a live streamer or video producer. I wowould honestly just recommend BitChute. I was going to use BitChute, but the only reason I didn't is because I thought there would have been people who had my back on YouTube, EFAP, but lo and behold, they turned their backs on me. They didn't like my behavior on my live streams, you know, because I keep it real. And so they disavowed me, and they told me
I keep it real. There it is again.
He keeps it real.
He doesn't even define what that means.
He doesn't have to.
I don't think I want to.
That's
I don't
just
want
his
him to.
way
I
of
really
saying
don't.
because I'm a piece of shit and I won't
Yeah.
change.
me that no one, they didn't tell me this, but on their Discord they said no one should contact Jared or even, you know, speak my name. That's how serious they were.
Yeah.
And at that point I realized just how much YouTube has changed. But
yeah, dude, and like if you could have just been cool, then you had, because they didn't make fun of you. They kind of like brought you in on the joke.
Yeah.
In a way, and they're very popular now. Like they had like 6,000 live viewers on their stream earlier today. So I mean, you blew it. You're blaming them, but if you would have just behaved yourself, you would have had this huge platform, and you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd probably be making money off your streams, and you wouldn't.
I'm
have
gonna
had
be
your channel
I'll be
terminated.
honest. I don't think any of us would want him to have that platform, though.
I'm saying if he could manage to behave himself.
Yeah, if
This
he
is
was
what-
just a sweet boy, he'd
Right.
reap the sweet boy rewards.
So
Right.
just not be Jared Genesis then.
I mean, he could still be a lazy loser that lives with his parents, but he could not be a creeper and a racist.
Just imagine
You
if he
know?
would have played his cards right in about 4 or 5 years from now, he'd be sitting pretty on a Channel Awesome account with his dirty ass bedroom behind him. He'd be
Oh yeah, with Guru Larry, and that's it.
Yeah, he'd be making an
'Cause
apology
Guru-
video for talking to underage girls, and then people would maybe like give him the pro Jared treatment instead of the Jared Genesis treatment.
Jesus.
the way I never was crazy about YouTube to begin with, but it's definitely gotten worse. And you know, it was a mistake going back on YouTube. I see that now. I should have gone back on BitChute, which I probably
And in a little bit, he's gonna. I mean, he says he's planning on coming back, so I don't know why he just said that he's not coming back.
will do when
He
I
always
go back
contradicts
on
himself.
these.
And he loves live streaming, and you can't live stream on BitChute anyway. And no one uses. The only people that use BitChute are other content creators.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the reason why no one has migrated somewhere else. Is like BitChute is where content creators from YouTube go when they're fed up with YouTube, but there's not a viewer base there. There's a very, very small user base there. Oh, and by the way, Jared, you can't delete comments on BitChute. You either have to disable your comments altogether or just accept whatever people write in your comments. You can't ban users.
Internet. I'm guessing maybe around a month time. I still need, you know, a break right now. I'm actually going to the gym right now. I'm trying to better myself physically and mentally. You know, and I've been going a lot too.
I don't believe any of this.
You know, things have gotten a little bit better. But yeah, I'll be real. I was not in a good state of mind. But anyhow, I guess Isaac, you may have some questions in regards to other things, but I just wanted to really lay the you know, the tiles on what mostly happened. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's really staying late time, but you know, just lay the foundation of mostly what happened. And
You haven't
you know,
explained anything.
The bottom line is simply this, guys. Okay, I understand. I'm a little bit out there. I understand I can be perhaps a little bit too outspoken sometimes, but nobody deserved what I went through. Nobody deserved that. I broke no laws.
No, you broke laws, dude. Just sending the dick pic unsolicited was breaking a law. The fact that you sent it to somebody who said they were 15, that's breaking the law.
Yeah, I believe in Texas has those kind of laws too, where like even a decoy, it's illegal to have sexual contact through the internet, even with a decoy.
Yeah,
So
threatening.
what do you have to have now? You have to have like somebody say, "Yes, please send me dick pic." That's
I mean,
how it
I think
works?
Or you
that's
have to
reasonable.
ask
Yeah,
and they have to say yes.
Like, hey, can I
But
send
you
you
have
a
to get in, like
picture
a
of my
fighting
peep?
or something, in case like later on for.
Well,
Hey,
that's-
look, she said I could.
That's the cool thing about dick pics is that if you're gonna send one, she should have asked you naturally without you having to even fucking bring it up. And then you can tell her, no, I'm a sweet boy. I don't send pee-pee shots. It's that simple.
I didn't kill anybody.
And you shouldn't even.
But
I didn't kill anybody. I like how it's that. Well, I didn't kill anybody.
That's your rubric.
Yeah, that's
massively gang stalked.
what about
Swatting.
me? I didn't kill anybody though.
Trolled massively every single day. Because what? Someone didn't like a comment I said, about an 8-year-old
God,
girl. This is just terrible.
Victimization.
Yeah, people didn't like the comment.
Poor me.
You're acting like they're overreacting, but they're not.
Poor me. All over a little 8-year-old girl comment saying I wanted to be spiritually connected to an 8-year-old girl. Oh, God. Poor me.
And I really hope the state of the internet can improve, because if it doesn't, dude, I don't really know what's gonna happen. But anyhow, bro, that's pretty much what's been going on. I know you probably got some more questions for me, so feel free to ask.
We're gonna have questions of this interview. It's
right on, bro.
Yeah, just so you know, fellas, whenever this interview ends, we're gonna have another section and another section. We're gonna do this little by little
This
by little.
audio in this recording is fucking awful.
Yeah, only because
this is
I have
really
a busy-
bad.
I'm manually making it better.
some busy days going on, and
Okay, cool.
your trolls don't believe that apparently I work, so they think that I'm
cares
just
if
lying
you
or
work?
whatever. But I do have
Every 5 minutes. I don't know how they were doing this, but we had to disconnect our phone line. I was dealing with some serious creeps, and they've still been calling our house. So yeah, bro, you really have to be.
How, if they disconnected their phone line, why are they still calling? You had to have given your phone number to somebody. I mean, sure, maybe people got a hold of the first one, and then you had to change it. How did they get it again?
Be careful, guys. Make sure you have a VPN, that your internet, your IP address is covered. Otherwise, people can.
Otherwise, the cops might find out that you're sending dick pics to
Make
little
sure you have a
kids.
Tor browser.
This is where Jared Genesis plugs his NordVPN sponsorship.
Right.
Find out your address, your phone number, things like that. And
When I'm
that's
talking
the
to underage girls, I use NordVPN.
mistake I made too.
Use code Genesis for 10% off.
There as well.
Use code genitals.
Well, you should honestly, dude. You shouldn't even have to worry about shit like that, But
You're right. No, you're right, man.
yeah, people are such.
It's terrible that we even have to do shit like that.
Exactly, dude. People are just such pieces of
Well,
shit.
just don't be a piece of shit. All my stuff's public. I use my real name, real address, real phone number. I mean, I don't get the shit that I do get shit for other reasons, but I mean, for God's sake.
They're low bottom of the earth. That's some fucking
Totally,
shit.
man.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, exactly. And if you don't mind me asking you, Jared, so how many, just to confirm with everybody, how many hours a day do you go work out?
Okay, so
Hold on, can we pause really quick?
He's like, wait, hours?
Hours, yeah. Can we make this a
Seconds?
guessing game really quick to see what he's actually going to say? Because I want to guess he's going to be like, I spend at least 5 hours. I would say 5 hours.
4.
15 minutes.
I have a feeling that they planned this question and the interviewer already knows the answer and they just kind of planned this to be like, yeah, I'll show everyone how much I'm working out these days.
I'll be real, I've been going heavy, and I'm surprised my body is even letting me do this, but literally 6 to 7 hours at the gym.
Oh, man.
Almost
So
every
close.
You were close.
day.
You win.
Almost every
6 to 7
day,
hours
man.
a day.
I've been working
I know
almost
how much is
every
he actually working out?
0
Like if
seconds.
they have a sauna and he's just sitting in the sauna for 6 to 7 hours, that's even too much time to be in a fucking sauna. If you're going to the gym for more than 2 hours a day, well, what are you really doing with your life? That you don't need more than 2 hours.
Him
a
working
day.
out is lifting a fork up to his mouth.
Yeah.
That's how much working out
He
he's
just
doing.
sits around and stares at all the girls while they do squats.
You know what I mean? Not just weight training, but cardio too, because you got to take care of the most important muscle, your heart. You know what I mean? And
Know what I mean? Go
I
for
know
a
I've
walk
been a
then,
little
dude. That's the cardio you need. Go for a fucking walk.
healthy
Go
the last
walk to
few
the
years,
damn
but you guys are
dollar store and apply for a job.
going to see a change, I can
First paycheck, buy some cleaning supplies.
That's what's up,
Oh,
man.
yeah, you can take. I mean, even before you
Get
were
new
able to
clothes,
take
get
on
everything clean,
one of those,
everything.
You know, Chris
Sterilize.
Hensman or Chris
Bleach it.
one-on-one himself, and now whenever you come back, you're going to be able to take on Chris and Wizard 1-on-2. Boom, boom.
Wizard, oh, you mean the musician Meth Head who got his,
Dude,
Billy the Fridge.
Dude, Billy the Fridge is going to confront you, dude, and he's going to try to whoop your ass. I'm telling you that right now.
I know.
No, he's not.
Dark Ninja and I were talking privately. I told him all this.
Oh, did
It was
you?
private, Dark Ninja.
He's a sweet boy, though.
How,
It's okay.
how? There goes the element of surprise.
It's all good. All you have to do is push him over and he'll die. Like, he's so heavy. All you got to do is push him over. He'll roll like a bowling ball.
See, you counter my element of surprise, and then
you tell him your weakness.
And now he knows my weakness. I'm gonna get pushed over, dude.
And you're just gonna roll away,
dude.
Oh, damn.
He'll just roll into a freaking, you know what I'm saying?
you, Billy.
Freaking wild.
Goddamn, he'll roll himself into a ditch, man. You know what I mean?
So whenever you come back, you know, they're going to, you know, the Chris and the Nazi gang and probably, you know, Drunken Peasants and all your haters. I'm pretty sure they're going to get butthurt seeing how, you know, built you got whenever you get back on, you know.
Well, let me tell you this. I can make you a promise. By the time I come back, Drunken Peasants will no longer be relevant.
Oh!
You got my...
Yeah, confirmed. Jared's coming back next month.
Tomorrow, after this episode.
Because, bro, let me just tell you, these motherfuckers, nobody even knows who Drunken Peasants is. You ask somebody, who's Drunken Peasants? Who's that? Drunken Peasants? I have no idea who that is. Oh, you mean that really, really old podcast
Is he
show?
calling it a show right
relevant?
now?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Well, like, he's the authority on what's relevant and what's not.
I wish this was better audio.
Yeah.
We could use this endorsement at the beginning of the show.
Get yourself get a promo.
Relevancy.
See, well, like, he talks shit about our relevancy, but then when someone brings up how irrelevant he is, he's like, yeah, you know what? It's the little guy. I'm all about being the little guy and the underdog. Small time creators, you know, we got more integrity. We haven't sold out, you know?
Yeah.
He's got a point there. We sold out.
Oh,
And it's
Billy, you're
fucking
about the biggest
awesome.
sellout there is.
It's
yeah, of course.
awesome. I wish Jared had the opportunity to sell out because he would eat his words.
Can we sell out, please?
Didn't we?
I don't
Billy wants to sell out more.
Remember
I don't know how to
back
sell
in the
out.
day? That was
Just
back
show me. I'm down for it too.
when I was in diapers, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they're going to say, bro.
Oh, bro.
Man, that's freaking wild, dude. Well, hopefully, you know, maybe one day, you know, you and Shabisky can, you know, jump back on where you left off.
He's so dumb. He thinks him and Shabisky, and I don't know, like, I know the Dark Ninja is watching right now. Are you dumb? Or are you just playing along with Jared right now?
I saw.
Seriously.
You think he might be like just playing him or something, or you think he's a real fan?
I don't know, but Shabisky's
I think
not.
he just.
Why does he think Shabisky's on his side?
Because I saw Shabisky talking to Pimp Monk on his Morning Wood show, and Shabisky admitted that he's a secret.
That he liked
operative.
him.
Oh, for Jared?
He admitted it.
He's a covert op, is
Sure
what it
thing.
is.
Yeah.
Sure thing there.
And do that interview with Shabisky.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool with Shabisky. Let me tell you something. Shabisky, unlike Billy the Fridge, actually has bars. He's actually decent at rapping.
Yeah.
Billy the Fridge, on the other hand, he's not so great. Sorry there, Billy. You're a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. That's how
hate all
sour
of
I
this.
was. That's how sour I was when I heard Shabisky's rap. That I had to tell Shabisky his rap was bad so people would think that mine was better.
Oh.
It was really rude of me. Not a sweet boy thing to do. Not a sweet boy thing to do.
I don't even know if you are.
Not at all.
I don't even know if, I don't know if you even deserve that title, bro. But, it's cool, dude. Fuck that cinnamon roll bling that you got.
Maybe he's
Cinnamon roll bling. He called your donut a cinnamon roll.
Well, no, I showed Jared some prototypes for my new jewelry. It is a cinnamon roll.
Oh, okay.
He just knows more than you do, Ben. That's all.
You shouldn't have showed him. He's trying to leak your info, dude.
I know. I was gonna have a big surprise revealing. I wanted to ask Jared Genesis comment, like, dude, what's your opinion on the cinnamon roll bling? And then I can go out and I could be like, I could do a cover of Limp Bizkit's I'm rolling.
What?
Yeah. Then with the cinnamon, now it's ruined. I might as well just throw away the cinnamon.
Shame.
You know what that is?
One pump chump, you mean just one girl that he's hit?
See, he doesn't even know what one pump chump means. Like
Yeah.
this, the interviewer throws him a softball. Like, here, do you think maybe he's a one pump chump? And he's like, what?
Does that mean he like?
I've never heard that before.
Oh, what pump? I did
You
it.
don't know what that
Oh,
is?
I can-
Close enough.
No, I never heard of that.
Oh, where he pretty much lets himself go whenever he tries to bang.
And then they show like a picture of Chris with a hair in his mouth.
Somebody
I'm like,
bang
okay,
a girl.
well, whatever.
He lets himself
Oh, yeah,
go,
totally,
and
bro.
pump, you know,
This
No,
is
his world record is like 5 seconds with it.
Your world
think-
record is 5
Okay,
seconds.
Jared, that sex video I sent you, I only sent you because it was 9 seconds long. I knew it wouldn't take too much data. And it's really rude of you to expose me like this. You're claiming about your privacy getting out there because your dicky-doo pics got memed. Well, it's unfair for you to turn around and send my 4-second sex tape out to everybody and tell them about it. That's very rude.
Right.
The girl.
This
And,
is-
that's,
I gotta step in really quick because I know I said I got to bounce at this time, like earlier.
Yeah.
I just want to note really quick. I want to make a final statement for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
This is the worst interview I've ever heard in my life.
It's pretty bad.
Like, I'm sorry. I know we saw Dark Ninja in the chat.
That
and
doesn't
I don't
mean
know
you
if
have
that's
to
the
be
legit
nice
one. It
just
might
'cause
be.
he's here.
I'm sorry. I don't know you very well. This is awful.
The only
Do you
person
wanna interview
you
him,
have to be
Smarty?
nice to
No,
is me.
I don't.
No.
If you're gonna do content, do good content.
I'm so
This is
glad I
not.
really don't deal with any of these people. You guys are so far on the other side
Yeah,
of the fence, but I usually
same.
do it. So this is like, I'm like, you guys keep these guys. I'm serious. I
Yeah.
wouldn't touch any of them, man.
Man, this is
Just bizarre.
this is awful. But on that note, I'm gonna go set up for some stuff on my end and think about a lot of this, specifically how not to make content like that.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much for having me on, you sweet boys.
Thank you for coming
Congratulations again, Smarty. Yay.
Thank you.
Show the bling.
Yeah.
Show the bling. Look at that bling, man.
bling.
That's yeah.
And hopefully, if there's room, I'll see what I can do about popping on episode 666 if you'll have
All
me.
right.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for.
I'll tag you later on. I'll hit you up and we'll do something.
Yeah, sure, that'd be fun. But bye, peasants.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So,
Everybody check
I don't know
out
who bites the dust.
John Smart's
Now we can
channel.
talk shit about him. Okay.
down, I have his Twitch channel linked down below.
Probably even exaggerating. It's more like 3 seconds. He's just, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I guess he's supposed to be down there. It's so lubricated. I don't know. I don't want to gross your viewers out too much, but yeah.
Then why are you on the internet?
What? I feel like I'm watching listening to like an old AM radio, like Coast to Coast, George Norrie.
Yep.
Something or other. You know,
Hey,
it's on my old crystal
Nah,
radio.
man, he has to be careful though. Like he's a bottom guy because
You're a bottom.
on top of a chick. That's pretty much a game over.
He's a bottom.
Wait, he's a
Why is he so focused on you? I don't
Because I
understand
keep
it.
telling him all about my deepest, darkest sexual secrets. I gotta
Why?
stop doing that.
Those aren't secrets.
Yes.
I figured if there's one person I can confide in, it's the guy that just keeps it real, you know? He's just the guy that keeps. I figured, you know.
Would you say that you and him have a spiritual connection?
They got some kind of connection. Well, he's the bottom. Are you top?
I'm
Which?
a sweet boy. I'm saving myself for marriage.
This goes on forever, and I'm about to end this.
Yeah, we've had enough. He's obviously delusional. I'm joking when I say anything he said is right and on point. He's always wrong, and he'll continue to be wrong, but at least for the time being, he'll continue to be wrong offline.
Yes.
That's the big message here. This entire interview is brought to you by a phone call because his computer was taken away by his dad He's a man in his 30s who supposedly goes to the gym for 6 or 7 hours a day. My dude, go to a job for 6 or 7 hours a day.
Right.
Buy yourself a cellular phone and start uploading to YouTube again on your own terms. Don't let your daddy tell you not to. But actually, don't do that because we
Right.
don't
Why are
want
you
you
helping
here.
him?
We don't want you here. But that's how simple this could be if you're spending 6 to 7 hours at the gym. Go
He's
spend
not.
6 to 7 hours at the damn frozen yogurt, slanging yogurt, or whatever the hell else you're mentally capable of doing. Get a little paycheck, buy your own freaking internet. Do something with your life other than sit around ruining other people's lives by sending dick pics unsolicited to girls you thought were underage. Or at least told
Really
you they
keeping
were.
it real.
Keeping it real. All right, here's another favorite of ours.
Rand Paul says, Nick, do you believe the dinosaurs roamed the earth? How old do you believe the earth to be? Some say 5,000 years. Jesus is king is greater than Yandi. Okay, gonna have to disagree with you on that. I find it hard to believe about the dinosaurs. You know, look, okay, they say they got fossils. I just find it very hard to believe. Oh, like giant monsters, giant reptiles walking around the planet. I'm the crazy one. You know, they talk about the Bible, and they're like, oh, you believe in, like, magic because you read the Bible? It's like, oh, you believe in giant monsters? Really?
Yeah, because their skeletons are still available.
Yeah, there's carbon dated proof that giant monsters existed, and they don't currently exist because
I mean, there are still giant animals. There's whales. There's
a nice giraffe is pretty big. You got
elephant, rhino.
We still have dinosaurs. We still have birds. They're
Birds,
still
yeah.
active.
Right.
Birds are dinosaurs in a
Right.
sense. The avian dinosaurs.
maybe the ostrich, but not a pigeon.
Especially the
pigeon's not a
ostrich.
dinosaur.
The ostrich
Yes, it
is
is.
pretty close. I mean,
All
yeah,
birds
the
are
ostrich is
dinosaurs.
actually how they did.
I
The
seen a
ostrich is where they
pigeon.
use. I was going to do science for a sec. God, the one thing that I could do, but that's okay.
Do a
No
science.
today. Want to do a science? So the ostrich is what they use to check the medullary bone for what's called osteocytes. And so when Dr. Schweitzer, Mary Schweitzer, when she looked at this bone from the T-Rex from 65 to 75 million years, or 65 to 67 million years ago, she was able to determine that the T-Rex was actually pregnant because looking at the same thing we would see in an ostrich bone, because it's very, very similar. Because guess what? Ostriches are descendants from dinosaurs. They're still dinosaurs. They still exist. So over millions of years.
When you slipped up and said the T-Rex was president, I thought that would explain why Donald Trump has such tiny hands.
That would make sense. Yeah, it's like
They're
like
little T-Rex hands. That would make sense.
Find it hard to believe. They say there's fossils. I don't know how many fossils there are. I'm not a paleoconservative, not a paleontologist. And I don't know how legit that is or not, but I find it really hard to believe that there's these like giant man-eating. I guess they didn't live
Right, they weren't man-eating because there were no men
with people, but there's these giant carnivorous lizards. What?
Well, I mean, they weren't all carnivorous.
Just eating things, and I don't know.
I mean, birds today are carnivorous or herbivore or omnivore.
some of both. Gulls can eat other birds.
Right.
It seems like a stretch to me. And all these other prehistoric creatures, let's call.
All right, hold on, Steve. If you're a scientist, did T-Rex ever chew up food and spit it in its baby's mouth like a mama bird?
Probably not. Probably not.
All the BS out. These giant fish and giant, insects and giant.
I mean, we do have giant fish now.
Well, yeah, but the giant insects. The reason they had giant insects back then is because the oxygen was less, and because of the exoskeleton that an insect has, they will grow larger. So they did have very large dragonflies and very large insects back then, but that was because of an oxygen issue, not because of any other reason. So, mammals don't have that problem. They were just big animals. That's all they were.
Giant birds and giant everything. What? That's retarded. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because you're an idiot. That's probably why. Go read a book.
Right.
And how old is the Earth? I don't know. H for Hot Boy says, although I agree with a lot of what you say, here we go. Why do you disdain science as much as you do? Lab coat alert. Why?
Lab coat alert. That's
we got one of those sciencey guys in the live chat asking questions again, guys.
Why do you push so hard on what proves us right? How can we reject something so useful to our cause? My calculations show that you should counter-signal science. Just shut up. Just shut up.
Well, if I could just convince you that dinosaurs didn't exist, then I could sell you on any sort of line of bullshit, because that's really what I'm doing with my entire show. Nothing I have holds up any real value or
this guy
intellectual
knows what he's
integrity.
saying. Scientists also say that the Earth isn't flat, that vaccines don't cause autism, that climate change is a thing, and that the whole universe was created in this Big Bang thing, whatever that is.
Big Bang. More like
Whatever that
big
is.
boring. Yeah, this guy is literally selling you the fact that dinosaurs didn't exist because he's convinced he can sell you any line of bullshit, because he has been this entire time, never proves anything. And then when he says someone comes in with any sort of intellectual integrity, like a scientist, lab coat alert, yeah, just shut up. Just give it up.
You're a dweeb.
You're a dweeb.
Idiot. You're going to get a wedgie. All these groypers, Catholic groypers, are going to come up, beat the shit out of you with a Bible. Maybe they're not even literate. Doesn't even matter. A bunch of illiterate Chad groypers going to come up.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is like a 21, 22-year-old white nationalist, Catholic. It's ridiculous.
We're in a generation where you can speak in memes instead of facts, and it will be far more successful.
That's not my generation. I disavow that.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, cool. That's a fucking badge of honor.
So this guy's Catholic and a young Earth creationist, or just a young Earth denialist, or a old Earth denialist?
He probably, I don't know if he's a young Earth creationist, but he'll say whatever he can to like pander to the alt-right.
Okay.
But yeah, it is true that the Catholic Church accepts, like a lot of science and evolution and all sorts of things like that. So,
it sounds like he's just throwing shit out there just for see what
Right.
sticks and doesn't even care. Yeah,
It doesn't even matter that they're illiterate. They speak Latin, and they're going to punch you, give you a wedgie, give you a swirly, pour whatever is in your test tube on your face, chemical attack. No, just no more of the science, no more scientism. I've had enough of it. It's enough. I agree with a lot of what you say, but according to my calculations, let me fix my glasses really quickly. Test tubes prove us right. Shut up, dude. Science is garbage. All right, all the science isn't even real. Don't you even know this? There's what do they call this? It's the I forget the name of it. It's like this replicability crisis.
Replication crisis.
Yeah,
And the
could you
replication
explain-
crisis has to do with repeatability of papers because they're very difficult. It doesn't mean the science is bad.
They're finding, and this is in recent years, something to think about. They're looking back at all this science that has been done in the last 200 to 300 years. I don't know what the span is, but all the science has been done in the last 300 years, and they're finding they can't replicate any of the science. That's weird, because the whole scientific method is about replicability. The idea that you have a hypothesis and you test it, and empirically you determine how things are. And we find that all these studies, all this science over the years is just nonsense. Can't be replicated. In other words, we have to throw out all the conclusions.
Look, I was telling Sweet Heathen I got to keep my stress levels down, and this motherfucker ain't helping right now.
Yeah, he's a special
This
one.
guy is just dumb as a rock, man.
He has a very large audience.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
I don't-
most people
I don't
are dumb
get it.
as
I don't
rocks.
understand these people like this get an audience. I really, honest to God, don't.
Because he appeals to people who
Don't feel connected to the rest of the media. They're looking
And-
for outlier
That's
media.
fair.
and they're
connected with
racist. And they're racist.
And they're not smart enough
Oh
to
my
watch
God.
people like you, Steve.
He's so wrong. He's not even wrong. Like, yeah.
To me, the over-reliance on data and empiricism and this kind of methodology, I think it's very much what's ruining our country. I think it's all BS. Science doesn't have any of the answers for the important questions, and over-relying on materialistic explanation.
You rely on science every day of your life.
right?
But he relies on bullshit to prove his
He
point.
relies on other people to do the footwork for him, and he takes that shit for granted. And then any type of scientific discovery that doesn't match his agenda, then he just dismisses them and tries to.
That's the new narrative.
Right.
It's the new narrative of, oh, I'm going to have selective science. I'll take what I like out of it. I'll dismiss the rest, even though it all uses the same logic, reason, methodology. And, and the thing he's talking about with the application crisis, some of the things are very difficult to replicate because they're not easy experiments. Doesn't mean they're not able to replicate. But, the things that we do know about have been replicated many times.
Hey, guys.
Things we were really sure of.
Hey guys, just so you know, guys, we don't want to bang those purple hair girls anyways, and the hot girls don't want to bang us anyways. So Hitler was a cookie monster, am I right, Groiper Nation?
Oh yeah, yeah. He always does this analogy when because he could get banned from YouTube if he just comes right out and denies the Holocaust. So he'll do this weird I don't think they could have baked that many cookies with as many ovens as they had.
So you're saying he's a sick son of a bitch?
Yeah, he's a Holocaust denier. He's a
that's
crypto
sick son of a bitch.
fascist. That sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what got us where we are. So I think you got to throw a lot of it out. These scientists, as smart as they are, they can't even tell us what we're supposed to eat, right?
Well, that's because there's multiple different people that want to tell you to eat something else because there's business involved.
If science is right, how come they don't all agree? Well, how about religion? There's so many different just Christian religions alone.
And how about when somebody is paying the scientist to make a report, the scientist might be a little biased? There's...
Look, when you have 99% of the scientific community or 99.98 or so of the scientific community that accepts something, the 0.0 something, the 3, 4, 5 standard deviations over, those scientists are usually nutty or, like you said, biased. There's always some reason why they're going to disagree, right? Because you got a lot of the population, and nobody's going to have the exact same positions for whatever reasons. But when you have the entire scientific community as a whole, 99.99% or something like that, that's called a consensus. That's good enough for almost anything. I mean, you go into a courtroom and you trot in 10,000 scientists to say, yes, you know what? This vaccine does not cause autism. Then you have that one idiot come in going, oh, it causes autism. The judge is not going to care about that one person. Yet this guy probably would. Saying that one guy said, oh, it causes autism.
One guy did say it causes unicorn horns to be growing out of your butthole.
It causes your penis to fall off.
Yeah. The only thing that causes your penis to fall off is Lorena Bobbitt.
Food pyramid? Well, that was a lie. Oh, you have to eat, a lot of grain and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And some people say you got to eat like cave.
I mean, how do you know it was a lie?
It was a product. It was sold to America to sell the grain, which would keep people full.
Did the FDA come up with the food pyramid, or did somebody else?
Oh, I don't remember, but I mean, it's not like it's completely wrong. It's just I think we've learned a little bit more since then. But the paleo diet seems pretty good.
You can eat that diet if you don't overdo it. Like if you eat a reasonable amount of calories a day.
And if you're poor,
well, I mean,
that's the poor diet.
I mean, you can eat a carb heavy diet that's not.
But that diet existed to feed poor people.
Well, no. People can eat a carb heavy diet and be mostly vegan, and they can eat a carb heavy diet and still be, fit.
Yeah, there's.
But I still think a protein. I tend more for proteins than carbs.
Sure.
But I mean, you still need the balance of fat, carbohydrates, and proteins.
The food pyramid didn't exist to give you the maximum beneficial health, just like the health industry doesn't exist to give you the best fucking health.
The guidelines
for people to make money.
The word lie means we in a society for the word lie is a deception, right? When you just are incorrect, you make a mistake, there's a connotation to be had. When I say, hey, Billy lied to me, right? There's a connotation there that there's deception involved that's pejorative in nature. But he could have just lied to me and said, hey, Steve, let's go out for the day while Billy's making a surprise birthday party for me, which he would never do. But let's say that he did. Yeah, it's true that Billy lied to me, or Ben lied to me. But if I just say Ben lied to me without the context, that connotation is there that it is in the negative sense. That's how we use the word generally when somebody says, oh, they lied to me. So when they say the food pyramid is a lie, they're implying by implicature that there's some kind of deception to be had there, and I don't think this case.
And some people say you can't eat any carbs, and some people say, and nobody even knows. Nobody even knows. Nobody knows anything. All these scientists.
I mean, you're not going to be able to not eat any carbs ever at all,
Right.
even if you eat low carb.
I mean, nobody knows anything. It's because people profit from confusion. Like, there's no definitive answer, because then you'd lose all these Wonder Bread trucks that go out there and sell bread to fucking poor, hungry people. And
Yeah,
fat
I mean,
people.
how do you avoid carbs altogether? Bread has been a mainstay of food staple for the world for how long?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be refrigerated, right? It's a good filler. It'll make your stomach feel full. When there's
like
a reason
breads.
it exists, there's a reason it exists. It tastes good, but we're in a world right now of over consumption, and that
Right,
does not,
and that's the main problem.
does not
Like,
equate with
you can
overconsumption.
eat bread in moderation and be okay.
Absolutely.
Just don't know anything. Red says, how do you explain fossils, big guy? The devil? I just think it's all bullshit.
It's the devil. The devil's the reason fossils exist.
What's the bullshit? Aliens put them there?
No, the devil.
And what do you mean fossils? What fossils? Have you seen the fossils?
Yes,
Yes.
I have seen fossils. I've literally picked up fossils off the ground.
I've literally done the same thing
Right.
and gone to shale and tried. Yeah, I suck at it, but I mean, yes, we've all gone fossil
Yeah,
hunting.
but how much other demonic stuff have the two of you done?
Oh shit, good
Yeah,
point.
Fossils. They say they found fossils. I don't know if I believe that shit. Honestly. And like I said all these science people are the biggest, these are the most sensitive people in the world. I didn't say dinosaurs never existed. I said, look, I'm not a paleontologist. I said, I don't really know much about...
Right, so his whole premise is based off of his willful ignorance of the entire
Yes.
subject.
Yeah.
about it. I said, but I just simply find it hard to believe that giant monsters were walking the planet. That's all. I just said I find it hard to believe. I said I think it sounds a little silly.
Updated. Just Google it for the first link from Harvard. It's much more accurate and is being taught by schools. Well, most schools. This guy is retarded though.
Retarded.
Okay, the new food pyramid interests me a little bit, but really when it comes down to is just eat what you want. If you want to be a big fat pig and eat bread, do it. If you want to eat to be healthy, do it.
But people can eat bread and not be a fat pig.
Yeah.
Like
I said
they
eat
just
bread
don't
and be a fat
Oh, okay.
pig.
Yeah, because like you can responsibly eat bread. Like you can yeah, I mean, yes.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, there's a lot of health problems if you don't have enough carbs. So that's why you need a well-balanced thing. I mean, you do process proteins better. And when I went on my diet, I was eating more proteins, less carbs, and then a certain amount of fat. But you still have to maintain your caloric intake. So if I wanted to diet on around a 1,200 to 1,500 calorie a day diet, I still need to see how much percentage of protein to carbohydrate to fat on that, because that's where you're getting all your calories from.
Egghead says this guy is fucking brain dead. This is where you're wrong, Egghead. Nick Fuentes is not brain dead. Nick Fuentes is preaching to the brain dead, and he knows that he cannot sell them on his ideas based on facts because they're not factually based. So he has to start attacking facts and make them question what is real, because then when he says something to them, they won't bother questioning what is real because they will think everything else is fake anyways. This is a method that people have been using to talk to the stupid forever. It's why religion is so prolific. He's now doing it with politics and pushing it to an agenda of people who have nowhere else to look in media because everybody tells them they're automatically racist because they're white. They're automatically rapists because they're male. They're automatically discontinued from society.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
And they have nowhere else to go, so they turn to this fucking guy the same way they turn to every other piece of shit in history, and they got a nice big group of people following. Hopefully, though, we're lazy enough right now that these people will be happy just sitting laughing at his fucking Groiper memes, making Cookie Monster jokes, and not actually do anything of merit and have any sort of real political sway.
Y'all
I'm
gonna
really
waste
hoping
my
that's
whole
the
bonus.
case.
Check it out real quick. The bottom of the pyramid is exercise and regulation. Haha.
Really?
Love ya.
That's funny, John McDonald. The
Yeah, I
bottom of
looked
the
for it.
food pyramid is exercise and regulation. That's
I mean,
awesome.
regulation. I mean, those are very important. Yeah, regulating your calorie intake. But yeah, I looked for it and I couldn't find it right away. But maybe I'll bring it up maybe in the post show tonight or maybe next episode.
And all these science people, so you're saying you don't believe in dinosaurs? So what about the? It's like, oh, relax. Oh,
see, now he's doing the "you mad, bro."
Bro,
It's like,
relax.
you can't possibly be right because you got so mad, and they always exaggerate. See, this is what someone who's totally wrong does. They turn it into, first of all, they take any emotion out of what you've said in your reply to them, and they inflate it to as big as it can be, and then they turn it into an argument over how mad you really are, and that, only someone who's wrong gets mad like this. It's the
Do you think he's over the
laziest
top?
argument.
Do you think he's just playing it for the audience, or is he really? I've never seen this guy before. Or is he really like this? I mean, he really is just a stupid.
He's absolutely really like this.
Look, guys, I just don't believe in something like big giant monsters walking around. Instead, I believe in something that was read to me in a book from centuries and centuries ago, millennia ago, that I read and take on good word, even though science has changed the facts of this book over all the centuries. But I hold on to the one fact that there was a guy who killed himself for our sins. Because that's what I was told when I was a little baby, when I believed in Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. Except nobody told me he wasn't real. So when I learned about Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus, I grew up, but nobody let me grow up from Jesus Christ. And I'm just going to say how good God, Jesus Christ, dinosaurs didn't exist.
Fuck off, dude.
I just said I find it hard to believe, but these science people are the biggest, they're the most sensitive when it comes to stuff. I dealt with this my whole life. When I was in high school, I used to hang around with this group of friends, and they were very, like, Reddit, I fucking love science types. Oh, cool, we'll smoke pot and talk about the universe. These are the kinds of people I used to hang out with in high school. And we'd be sitting around the fire, and I would say, evolution, it just doesn't really make sense to me.
You used to hang out with them because they stopped hanging out with you because you're a piece of shit. That's why.
I don't really buy it. And they would flip. They would get so heated, and I'm like, look.
They probably didn't flip. They were probably embarrassed that they're hanging out with such a fucking idiot.
I don't know why people get mad. If you say you don't accept evolution, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to think you're an idiot for the most part, but it doesn't evoke some kind of emotional response as they think it does.
I want to know why it matters if you got mad anyway.
We just need memes.
Why does it matter if you get mad?
We need memes.
Why would
that
somebody
prove
get mad
evolution.
if they don't accept something? That's weird, though.
Right,
I don't
but
give
why
a
does
crap
it?
what he
Even
believes.
if you did, I'm like, we're not mad, but who gives a shit? Why does that invalidate anything? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so dumb.
I can see people getting mad when somebody like this, who's a complete moron, goes and tries to educate kids or something like that. Like he's a teacher, or if he's, trying to dumb down society. I can see people get upset by that. I get that. I really do. But as far as him holding the actual belief or not, I don't give a crap. He can be an idiot all he wants. He has his God-given right, according to him.
I'm just saying, what do I have to believe it makes sense? I mean, sure. Yeah, okay, maybe it's true. I'm just saying I find it hard to believe.
He's kind of playing the same game that he plays with the Holocaust right now. Right? He's like, well, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying it's kind of hard to believe and the numbers don't add up.
That's his shtick.
Right.
It's his shtick. Okay, Donald Trump was the first president to run on the conspiracy party. He took the Republican Party and turned it to the conspiracy party. That's what Alex Jones, that's what Nick Fuentes, that's what all these alt-right, right-leaning people have been running on, is conspiracy. It is the new Republican Party because the old Republican Party didn't work anymore. That got burnt the fuck out with George Bush. It had to be reinvented.
There's a lot of conspiracy stuff on there. Yeah, that is true.
It's just what it is. And he's working the conspiracy angle. If you understand what they're doing, they're not stupid. They are playing to the stupid. And they're probably not that smart, because if they were that smart, well, maybe they are that fucking smart, because most people are stupid. If you want the numbers, play towards the stupid. Don't play towards the intellectuals. There's not enough intellectuals out there to move the poll numbers in your favor.
There's a reason why Rush Limbaugh was the king of AM radio for like 3 decades.
And by the way, I gotta tell you, back when though, I was a Rush fan. I read his book. I actually thought his book was good, The Way Things Ought to Be. As See, I Told You So. I watched his TV show. I thought his TV show was great. I watched, listened to his radio, and then I stopped listening after time went on. I think he was actually really good way back when.
I mean,
but then, I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Maybe he was entertaining. I don't think his
Very
philosophy
entertaining.
was
I gotta admit, he is a very entertaining guy, and I did agree with him on a lot of things. But then he just went off the freaking deep end. I'm like, oh no, there's a line where I just got to go.
That's because I'm willing to wager that he didn't really mean anything he said anyway. I agreed with almost nothing he said, but
even early on when he had his TV show.
Yeah, I mean, I was really young when he had his TV show.
Yeah, I was gonna say that had been 20 years ago or something.
No, he used to talk about like I remember I saw an old video clip from his TV show where he like mocked how they were talking about how condoms were used to prevent STDs, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put a condom over my microphone, it'll protect you from anything I say. Like
but that's what but you gotta remember, he was an entertainer first before he became a pundit more than anything else. He had some funny skits. That's what his thing was. He was entertaining. He did broadcasting for sports prior to that, but as an entertainer, he was quite funny. He was quite good. But then he got into the more pundit stuff, and he went more far right wing. And as long time progressed, he got more into it and became less funny and more what the fuck. And I stopped listening to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not alt-right, Steve. Hashtag.
And these science people, they flip out. It's like, it's almost like if you were so...
Oh, no, and Rush Limbaugh was not alt-right. He's neocon, so it's neocon.
Confident in your convictions, you would handle the slightest bit of scrutiny. I don't know, dude. I just don't buy the fact that you had Monster Planet 100 years ago. Jurassic Park, that's a movie, okay?
It's a movie based... what? They're not saying it was Jurassic Park back
Ben,
in the day.
This guy makes a point. There's another movie called Passion of the Christ. It might all be complete bullshit. It might all be complete bullshit.
Right, and that's a good point that you just made, but no scientists are saying it was Jurassic Park back in the day. Jurassic Park's about a movie about how we use DNA from dinosaurs that we have today to clone them.
Goal. I can make my trip and a meetup anytime after May. Would be a fun ride and cool to see you guys.
Yeah, we will probably book a venue, and it's not going to be anything elaborate, but I think we could plan something for summertime when more people have time off work and school.
Unless people want elaborate. If there's enough people interested in coming to Seattle,
well then
we could have a fucking a ball. We could have a gala.
I don't want that.
You don't want to have a ball.
You always add extra bullshit onto everything.
Because Ben,
these people are out there saying, "Oh, your guy rose from the dead." I don't know. That makes a lot more sense to me than giant monsters and life came from nothing and the Big Bang and all this crazy nonsense.
I would love to have this guy come on and tell me everything he knows about the Big Bang. It'll probably be like about 5 seconds, but I'm sure it's pretty much less than nothing.
So, the fossils come from the devil? I don't know. Maybe Jeffrey Epstein made them. He was a fucking scientist.
Wow.
Epstein was a scientist?
No.
Epstein was a scientist?
Was he? No, he wasn't. He was like a financial guy. He was
I think it was a banker. Was he a
hedge
banker?
fund guy or something?
Hedge fund manager? Something along those lines.
I do like how he equated Epstein as a scientist, though, just to make people hate scientists more in
Here's
his
the thing.
circle.
Here's the thing. This is coming from a supporter of the Catholic Church, and he's going to link science to Epstein, but he's a supporter of the Catholic Church.
Well, the Catholic Church were not scientists. They only did other Epstein
Actually,
things.
there are Catholic scientists.
Shit.
There's a
quite
Vatican
few.
Observatory.
The Catholics did a great job adding to the body of science after they got their shit together.
After, yeah. They did. They still haven't made up for how much they suppressed it prior to that.
No, they've downplayed all that. I mean, sure.
Stabby McHugs said, Epstein was a scientist. He found the cure for virginity. That's so fucked up.
Here's a new crazy guy that I found. Check
Dear transsexual Republicans, you are not a Republican unless you would willingly put yourself in an institution and subject yourself to electroshock therapy to remove the gayness from your soul. Praise Jesus.
There's a lot of
love God.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, and his videos are very short, so I have 3 of them. That's the first one.
What's up with this man thinking that, to be a Republican you have to be a Christian or have these values? The Republican values are really just about conservative politics, right?
No.
What
Not anymore.
Is it all just religion now? Is it rich, racist, or religious?
They've got
as a
heavy into the
Republican?
Christian coalition, sure, but I mean, what does a gender have to do with political affiliation? I don't see the correlation. Do they have a spiritual connection I'm missing?
Oh, it's spiritual connection.
How are science teachers going to be able to explain the XX and XY chromosomes to children if they're trying to normalize transgenderism?
Well, you can look at
how does that work? I'm just curious because I would find it extremely edgy and touchy, maybe like walking on eggshells kind of feel, or even like thin ice, walking on thin ice.
Why? When someone transitions, it doesn't change their chromosomes.
If you really want to confuse them, there's more than just XX and XY chromosomes. Like it's not limited to XX and XY. It's just it's rare, so we don't teach the kids that because it's not enough to really have a study where it will be applicable in most people's lives. But now that people want to argue the XXXY, maybe it's time we start teaching that.
Hold on.
Well, no, they do teach it. I learned Klinefelter's and Turner syndrome and all that stuff in college. I mean, they do teach that stuff.
In college.
But well, okay. I mean, I don't remember ever learning it in elementary school or grade school, but I did take biology in college. But the thing is, that the XY determination system isn't how we determine male or female, anyways. And so in biological sex in humans, there's male and female. Those are only biological sexes. I'm sorry, that is biology. Okay, those are gametic systems, though. In a gametic system, the male is the one that donates the sperm. The female is the one that accepts it. So the male has the spermatozoa and the female has the ovum. But that's how we just do it in biology. But in social aspects, there are other ways of determining things. So like I said, there's chromosome, but there's also a lot of chromosomal abnormalities. But you can't just mix them all together and conflate biological sex with gender or any other type of determination system. And now it's basically whatever they assign you at birth, they say. But yeah, I don't. Again, his understanding is piss poor to say the least.
Yeah, but that's what made him a fucking Republican in the first place.
Yeah, let's listen to this.
The most common misconception of Jesus Christ is that he was a Jew by modern standard or terminology. The best explanation I can give about that is Jesus was what was referred to as a Galilean Jew, which means early Christian.
No, Christians didn't exist when Jesus was born. He wasn't an early.
Whoa, Ben. He was the prophet. Okay, he was born into Christianity. They knew he was coming, so that he was born into. They set up Christianity before he even came. All right, he just walked onto this earth a Christian. Okay,
this is ridiculous.
One of the most common misconceptions about Jesus Christ and his actual religion being quote unquote Judaism, right? The reason why that misconception is so commonly proliferate.
I mean, he literally was referred to as a rabbi, and he participated in all of the Jewish traditions of the time. He was circumcised as a Jew. I mean,
that's why they wonder why he wasn't married. Because if he was a rabbi at the time and he was a Jew, by custom he should have been married. That they've argued that he probably was, but
probably
because of customs, because he was Jewish.
I genuinely believe he wasn't Jewish. I 100% believe he was a figment of somebody's imagination.
I side towards him not existing at all. Literally existing. Maybe it was several different stories about different people that later became the same person or whatever. But likely he didn't exist at all. But if I take it at face value, then if he did exist, he was definitely Jewish.
Yeah, I think the overall consensus, even among scholars, atheist and theist scholars, is that there's some kernel that existed. There's some kernel of truth. There's somebody named Jesus that did probably exist.
Or people.
Might have been a slightly amalgamation of things, but there was that person. I think it's overwhelmingly the consensus. Now, the mythicist position is that no such person exists, and it's based upon Bayesian that Dr. Richard Carrier came up with for analysis of it. But the problem is that you can use the same Bayesian analysis so that there's a 2/3 chance that he probably did exist. So to me, it doesn't really hold much water. I'm not a mythicist. I'm a historicist. I think that Jesus probably did exist in some incarnation. But of course, I think a lot of the stuff that was attributed to him probably didn't happen.
Yeah, I think the only thing that holds water is that Jesus could walk on water. Everything else was a lie. Because imaginary friends can do whatever they want. That's the cool thing about being a part of your imagination.
All right, what we got?
It's called Ice.
Okay,
Damn
quick
it.
video to Holly Undead here. Yeah, Holly Undead, if you write a comment on my page, you gotta make sure that I'm able to reply to it. Otherwise, I can't get back to you. You know what I'm saying? I have to go to your channel and write to you, and I'm not even sure you got that. So right now, I'm going to read the comment that you wrote me, and I will respond here because Jesus Christ. Anyway, you say that's way too dark for me. It's intended for someone with much darker skin tone. If you want to
Oh
have
yeah, do
some
you remember this
sun
guy
kissed
that was like putting like the bronzer lotion on, and then he was showing his two hands?
color you choose a shade or two darker than your natural skin tone at the most, or use a bronzer. Oh, well, it's one that I got and I used it, and I think it looks pretty damn good. I have to use it correctly, and I might even go darker on that too eventually. I don't know. Carrie, property of U.S. Treasury, says, LOL, I love how you're being logical about this. Well, opinions. But they're also like assholes, and everyone's got one. And they all stink. No, not all of them. But anyway. Holly Undead says, I'm trying to be helpful, you know it's true. Yeah, you're being like a very helpful, big...
Oh man, this was funnier when I watched it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not seeing the relevancy of this. It's not very funny, and the guy's kind of goofy.
Well, I mean, let's move on to this instead. This is interesting.
Okay, I did it right. All right, well, I'm in one of them moods where I've got to make a video. I'm not quite sure why.
Is that Roseanne Barr?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! Is it really?
But I got
Yeah.
to
Totally
make a
guessed
video. Let's go to Walmart.
Before Target?
Okay, Target.
Right.
But I'm afraid to go to their bathrooms.
In Target's bathrooms?
Yeah, but I never messed this one up, so.
We might be the same
This
person.
one's okay. No, it's just I'm embarrassed because I messed up that bathroom at Target.
Oh no,
Dude, her channel is a treasure trove.
I have way more in
What
common
did she
with
do?
Roseanne
I
than-
don't. She's a train wreck.
There. You know, in Kona?
Yeah.
Oh boy, did I mess it up. I was so sick, and I never want. I'm always ashamed when I go in because I feel bad for the people who went in there and lost their life.
If anybody right now works at the Kona Target, please make a video, send it into us about the time Roseanne Barr came in and made a collidic mess in the Target bathroom and then walked out with her head held low, more shamed than the time she got kicked off of her own fucking sitcom, okay? Because I need to know that story from the eyes of somebody who swept it up, mopped it up. Oh my gosh.
Last time we went there, we were pushing 2 carts around. Shit was falling out. Every employee had to follow us around, pop it back in the cart.
Weren't they nice? There
They
was
were so
about
nice.
6 employees following us around, right?
Yeah.
And they kept on trying to rearrange it so it wouldn't fall. Boy, they were nice. Yeah, but I haven't messed up this Target's bathroom, so because I have to just go tinkle or gush. As I have to
All
pee
this
so
came
bad.
out because she suggested going to Walmart, and the driver was like, "Let's go to Target," and she's like, "Well, here's the thing about Target. I'm public enemy number 2 because I took a number 2 that destroyed the bathroom."
Don't you hate it when you pee and you can't quit peeing? And you're peeing and then you're ready to rise up because you've done your business, and then you realize you're still peeing, or you're peeing again. That's what happens when you're old.
Poor
I think
fucking
the
Roseanne.
tumors in our kidneys are pressing against our bladders. What with the Monsanto delights we have to eat down here.
It's always Monsanto too, is why I piss myself.
who?
Your Kegels?
Kegels? I thought it was Kegels.
I think it's Kegels too.
Beagles,
No, I
Kegels.
can't find a plug big
I call
enough
them
to
Kegels.
squeeze around. I think I need a tank up in there.
You just gotta squeeze your muscles.
I have no muscle tone. I've had many children. I don't even want to squeeze those muscles to have the bad memory when I look at my kids.
Roseanne got like a juicer down there. She just shoves an orange in and gets some breakfast OJ. Don't give a fuck.
It hurt pretty goddamn bad to have a baby. And I'm just talking about the conception. Hair! God, you don't get anything. You are so not fun.
Roseanne might actually be me in a wig. Like, she's doing all the terrible jokes. She's talking about pissing and shitting herself. She's afraid to go into Target because of something she did in the bathroom. This is me.
Where's Targets?
We're going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So next time I go to Target, I use the bathroom. I have to ask him, has Roseanne Barr been in here recently?
What's the Kona Target? Is she's the one she
In
sharded
Hawaii?
up. That's what she said.
All right. Crazy.
I don't care any Target I'm going to go in. She could, you never know which one she's going to hit next.
We have a few of these.
Yo, safe, please! Let's go find this hater.
Do you want to read the Streamlabs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the only critic with the good kind of fairy drama. That's because Jesus Christ
Is my neighbor. Yeah. Rotfeast Tender says Baby Jesus was in the Mandalorian. Case closed. Damn it. Beta Death 564 says the stream keeps mini dying and flashing black for a second or two. Also, fuck Air Canada. They know what they did. You know what you did, Air Canada. And Minnesota Viking hit us with that goal. Thank you. Sir Luscious Butts said, smoke weed and talk about the universe. Sign me up as a scientist then. Fuck yeah! Rotfeast Tenders said, Nick Fuentes causes autism. Archimus said, Billy is pregnant. Joe is malevolent. Seth the man, he cures Billy of those unwanted fans, them babies. Ben is the best. He owns the rest. Billy no longer on keto. He's eating the Cheetos.
The Cheetos.
Billy, why you not dieting? Lose the weight. Ben can't lose another co-host. R.I.P. Yeah, I'm eating myself to death, Archimus, because of negative stuff you post online. Thank you for your $2. Chigro said, I want to tear this little pinche puto vendido apart. For science, of course. For science. Ralphie's Tenders says, didn't science have something to do with why I have to hear your stupid ass today, Fuentes? Well, he won't acknowledge that. Bob Neiman, I gave a super chat, said, I'm at the beach. I'm looking at the honeys. My only wish is that I had some monies. I'm strutting by with a pelvic thrust and peer at them with all the craven lust. You're a poet. Jake Dyer said, Skep Talking Ghastly, what are your favorite horror films? That's from 2 days ago. What the fuck? Why is this? I got to refresh this whole thing. We skipped over a ton of donos. What the weird-ass Streamlabs. Streamlabs had a weird update recently and makes things harder on my life. But Mythic Templar said, make haste. Chigro said, let's get the likes up. Darling Ryby can't do all the work. Love the show. Thank you, Ryby, yeah, for being our little shill zone homie.
Shill zone.
Beta Death 564 said, can we have Billy fight Jared in an actual Mania? No. I will not be competing in Actual Mania. Ever. Rot Feast Tenders said, this is fucking up my acid trip. Archimist says, PSA, Zoltan Corp has paid for the Streamlabs and definitely not Archimist. Barely has sex with Jared's mom. I've seen the footage. Seth filmed it and Ben commented over it. Ben be doing podcasts over Jared's sex tapes. It be lit. Zoomer, Puppet Master Ben. Thank you for that, PSA, Zoltan Corp. Bang, bang. Let's see. Horse Lord paid the toll. Thank you, Horse Lord. Seitan, 666 asked if we got the care package. We will be checking on that very soon. We got to go down to the damn P.O. box and open it up. And Josh DeForge gave some love. Kilo gave us another 666. That was very sweet of you. Kilo said 666, the number of the beast. And, of course, Robbie paid a ticket admission. I think we're all caught up there. Thank you guys for your donos today. It's very sweet of you to get us to our goal again. We are hitting these goals. It's a tradition now. We appreciate all the love and support, as always. Now, I'm trying to drag this on as long as possible because I don't want to watch cringe raps. Might as well delay the inevitable. Firework safety, oh no. Oh no. The Midland Fire Department presents. Oh no.
I'm Mark Lauxa, rapping squire, spitting you rhymes from Midland Fire. Firework safety is this month's tip. Pay attention and listen to my script. Some fireworks aren't safe to use. Shooting balls don't light the fuse. More
shooting balls
don't light the
bottle
fuse.
rockets, tomatoes and more. Candles, cherry bombs hit the floor. Safe to use are sparklers and snakes. Fountains and smoke bombs you can partake. Being unsafe makes you think you're cool, but follow these 9 rules. Don't be a fool.
I kind of respect this, you know?
Safe and sane.
A lot of rappers put out fire mixtapes, and they risk burning their houses down. These guys made sure there was absolutely no fire on this track. There were no fire bars.
It's a good message. True story. We had somebody in our neighborhood used bottle rockets, illegal bottle rockets, and one of the palm trees caught on fire.
Okay.
It was like a Roman candle.
Steve.
Wasn't me.
It is a
Wasn't
good
me.
message. It is a good message.
And if it was, you can't prove it, but it wasn't me.
Ooh. It is a good message, Steve, but this is not a good delivery of said message. This is not a good delivery. This is terrible.
Reminds me of those war on drugs commercials from the 80s.
Yeah, they're also bad.
It's the same thing, only for fire.
You don't have this cringe factor towards bad rap that I do. Like, you're over here like, no, it's
well,
a
no,
good
because
message.
you're a rapper.
Yeah.
I actually think, and I'm going to stroke you a little bit here. I actually think you're a really good rapper, believe it or not. So, I mean, you do it really well.
Jared said he
so I don't
wasn't
have
good.
the expertise you have, but yeah, this is cringy. There's no question about it, but it probably affects you more.
You're a sweet boy, Steve. Thank you. I definitely, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, you're able to look at this in the eyes of a conscientious observer.
Yeah.
I'm over here looking at this like, ah! You know what I'm saying?
It just kills you.
It's so bad. And I want the firemen to be good because they could probably save a life or two today. You know? But this is not it. This is this damn thing is broadcast on the public access channel like anybody watches it. Their audience is 90-year-old grandmas. And they're like, oh, I don't even like the hip hop.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Buy only stuff approved by the state that be Class C as of this date. Always follow the words of the label. It's like the moral of an Aesop fable. Use outdoors with adult supervision. They can help find the perfect position.
Steve led Dusty the Cockatiel be the new host of Non Sequitur Show.
Yeah,
We'll
Dusty's
think about
very
it.
charismatic.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
He's a beautiful bird.
Good and a hose near and handy.
All right,
Just in
here's
case
the next
care-
one.
I do like that this is one of the first rap videos where the hose.
I have a lot of things wrong in my head. I guess it's from eating all of this fucking lead. It started off.
Thought he was gonna say bread. This is a food pyramid disc.
Spit them out. Oh, what a joy. I used to chew on tips of pencils when I was young and put paint chips like acid strips on my tongue. Grew up and started chewing on bullets, so I gotta spit ice or else I'll lose it. Cause when I spit fire, it just makes them resurface and I'd accidentally kill you all. It's not worth it. So my flow's gotta be cool and calm, or else it's like a liquid shot of napalm. So I just found out I'm dumb from all the lead, trying to do a fast one on us when we were misled. Good one, China, you made me stupid from the toys in the box. But remember, we gave the native smallpox.
Is this a diss track on Made in China toys?
I mean, I don't think it's that cringy. It's not great, but it ain't like super cringy.
Damn it, Steve. Have you ever done a cringe
I'm
rap?
don't ask me if I can rap, please.
No, I don't. Have you ever done like a science cringe rap or something? Like, you ever
No.
been like plutonium? Or
No.
Good. Please never do. I feel like
Yeah.
you're better than that. I feel like you're not on that level. And if I heard you were, I'd have to watch it and I'd have to cringe. But thank you for being better than that. Thank you.
I don't even do karaoke. I do like one song, Everyone Down in Georgia. That's about it.
It's a good song.
It's a good song. Yeah, it is. It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, this guy though, I wish he would have eaten more paint chips. I don't know.
Do you think it's that bad, really? I mean, it's like I said, it's not like what I would listen to. It's not great by
No,
any
it's
stretch of imagination, but it's not that cringy.
It's horrible.
Really?
The fact that he chose to
Yeah.
rap about eating paint chips and making disses towards the Chinese toy industry, that's
Yeah,
cringy
I mean, it's
in
bad.
its own.
Okay, but it's different levels of cringe. This is bad, right? I mean, it's like nothing I would ever listen to because it's bad, but it's not cringe bad, is it? You think it is?
Okay, it's not the cringiest thing, but he's a little fucking. He's a carbon copy of somebody who was moderately successful in the music industry, right? He is gross. He's lazy. He's stupid. There's all these things
Sounds like you
going
know the
on
guy.
here. There's all these things going on here that make it bad, and he shouldn't be rapping.
All right, I'll play
I'm not
the-
going to go to the Ram Ranch, Seamus Callahan. Chill out. Oh, my gosh.
This is great.
Colonial Park.
Are you ready, ladies?
It's a nursing home rap video.
Are you
I like it
ready,
already.
fellas? Let's get it.
We call ourselves the RRG, the Residents' Rights Group. Come and sleep. We call ourselves the RRG, the Residents' Rights Group. Come and sleep.
When I was a little kid, rap was a relatively new thing, hip hop, fashion, and style. And I just had this thought in my head that I was like, one day there's going to be old people dressing in this fashion. And
Yeah.
they're going to be old, and it's like not going to be ironic. This is still ironic.
This is the end of the
This is-
irony.
this is about where the buck stops, and it's going to get to the point where it's literally just people this old.
But it's just getting good. Come on.
Oh, we're gonna finish watching. I just wanted to note that this might be the last time that we're gonna see somebody doing this unironically, because it's gonna be real very soon. Arr.
Don't worry, have no fear. Come real close and lend us your ear.
Take a minute and learn about us. You can see we don't make a fuss.
We have lots to say and share. Listen close and show you care.
We have rights, we like to use them. Pay attention and don't abuse them.
We have the right to vote and choose. We have the right to refuse.
Eat and dance to pray and sing. So privacy, so please back your ring.
We have the right to information. Our house and medication.
Oh my
All
God.
the rights important to you are the rights that we hold dear to us too.
Hey! Hey!
These are the people that the world.
Hey!
is set up for.
You're not even human if you don't like this. You're just a bad
Call
person.
ourselves the RRG,
The Residents' Rights Group. Come and sleep.
we call ourselves the RRG,
The Residents' Rights Group. Come and sleep.
If you're new to our group, stick with us. We'll show you what to do.
We work together with family and
Whoa, bad mixing.
staff to bring about lots of happiness and laughs.
File a grievance if there's ever a problem.
Why do so many of these exist? Why is there like an endless supply of this?
I think that we live in a simulation, and this was all somebody's idea to fuck with me. I think.
Yeah, that would be the narcissistic way of looking at it. Where
the-
like literally all of existence just exists to trick you.
There's more science based in this explanation than Nick Fuentes.
That's
Somebody
not
say,
saying much.
watch us when they start throwing in some racist stuff. He's like,
I know.
questions. Give us feedback.
And suggestions. We are a family. We are a team. When we work together, we are supreme.
We're here to help, so never fear. Just know you have some friends in here.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Bill, it's you in 40 motherfucking years, man.
4 years.
The
It's me in 4
Residents'
years.
Rights Group. Come and sleep.
We call ourselves
I started eating Cheetos again, dude. I'm gonna be in a wheelchair in 4 years.
Cheeto to Cheeto. Okay.
Yay!
Holy shit!
Yeah!
Ah!
Yay!
Ah!
Oh no!
Now that's a wrap.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
I love it when a rap ends with "now that's a rap." That's how you know it was high quality.
This was still the
Better.
best quality song yet tonight. Somehow. Oh. If I had to give one of these 3 songs the passing grade, it would be this one. Somehow.
Before we go tonight, I want to share these 2 older Egghead videos. This is back in the early days of DP when
I'm
when the
really curious. Can you show Billy Bobby Burns rap ugly, please?
I don't know what that is. Anyway, years ago when the other guys were the hosts of the show with me, we used to take video questions from the audience, and Egghead used to send us one like every week. And some of them had good questions, but a lot of them were just like, we didn't even use them because they were such bad questions. Like this one. Check this out.
Oh, hey, Drunken Peasants. How you guys doing this evening? My question for you guys is this. What are your plans for the summer?
I would love to get stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's
that was cute.
I
Egghead,
like those things.
that
I
wasn't-
find those to be. That's a good subscribe. What a viewer fan. That
wasn't
I
even
would love
cringe.
That.
That was just cute.
Not even remotely.
Yeah, that was just cute.
It was a bad question.
Well, of course it's a bad question, but it was cute.
Yeah, it's a question. Whatever.
There's no such thing as bad questions, Ben.
Yes, there are, but
Just
that
bad
wasn't one of
humans.
them.
Just bad eggs.
Just bad eggs.
And then here's a rare behind the scenes look at Egghead and Jeffrey. And
Damn
at
it,
this
Ben, I
time,
love you in the show.
Was that this
Use it
is
for a
before
payout
Egghead was
gig
like
or
really
something.
like?
Thank you so
like
much.
how old was this?
Oh, probably like 5 years old. Thank you so much. Yeah. That's amazing. Thanks for watching the show and supporting it. So here's a time where Jeffrey didn't want Egghead to film him anymore because he was in a video with Egghead and we all accused him of being gay together. And so Egghead's trying to film Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's like covering himself up with a blanket.
Jeffrey. No. Jeffrey, what's wrong?
You know what's wrong.
Tell me.
No.
Wake up.
Don't touch me.
Wake up.
Don't touch me.
Wake up,
Go
Jeffrey.
away.
Jeffrey, wake up.
Go away.
Why are you acting like this?
I'm sad.
You sad? Why you sad?
I'm sad.
Why you sad?
Because I've been labeled a fucking butt pirate on the Drunken Peasants.
What's wrong with that?
Here you go.
Wrongfully so.
Have a puppy and have Gohan.
Why does that make you
I don't want
sad?
Gohan.
Here, have a puppy.
Fuck Gohan.
Have a puppy.
Give me a puppy.
Here's a puppy in your
Yeah, that's not even my face.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I think it's time to put you out of your misery.
What?
I think it's time I did what you did try to do to me.
Go ahead.
That one day if you just give me the fucking pillow.
I think I've seen this on
There you
Pornhub.
Die.
You're not even. That's not even my face.
Oh.
That's not even
Yeah,
fit
I
my
did.
face,
I have.
egghead. You just buried your hand in my crotch again.
Back of my head.
Oh, okay. Well, enjoy it while I sit on you then.
Hey, I want to refute to the internet that I'm not gay, so I'm gonna go sit on my friend's dick. Classic.
One way to
egghead.
do it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not gay because I didn't like it while doing it.
Yeah, no, I just did it out of protest.
Off me! Ah! My bones are breaking!
He said bones, not boner.
Brittany, get them off me! I can't feel my legs!
It's called rape in today's culture.
So I'm sad because Drunken Peasants alluded that I have homosexual proclivities, and you're going to combat those by foreplay?
Yeah, molesting him, I think.
Pretty bold play there, egghead. Pretty bold play. Pretty bold play. Really quick, I'm going to point out that Bass Reeves said Wallace Simpson married Edward VII, and neither family approved, as Wallace was divorced twice. They didn't have any children, but Wallace had 4 uncles. One of those married my great-grandmother, rest in peace. Andrew is my second cousin once removed, or something like that. Bass Reeves goes on to say, our families don't interact. Wallace didn't even want to get married. We didn't interact with Wallace much because of the whole Nazi spy rumors. I think I typed World War I last time. That was wrong. Oops. And Bass Reeves does not want to be called a liar. He definitely is related to Prince Andrew. And he cannot get Prince Andrew on the show. Because it's such a bastardized relation. Calificent said, I'm a home caregiver. I can't be mad at this old person rap video because I know what life is in a nursing home, and this is probably the most fun they've had in years. I was thinking it the whole time, yeah. I was like, man, I guess they're having fun. They got them all dressed up
My
in
mom
the
lives
hats.
in a home. She's 90. She loves that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And Bass Reeves actually went on to say, I would rather lick Jared's doorknob clean while he boinks me in the ass than be called a liar. No, I don't think you're a liar. I never did. That was all Ben. And Praise the Booty said, what it do? Praise the Booty. I want to praise the booty. What it do? Tell me what that booty do. Tell me what that mouth do. Bang, bang, booty butt gang. And we're all caught up on those delicious Streamlabs and Super Chats. Thank you guys for your consistent support. Love it. Steve, what do you got going on?
Yeah, we're like 3 hours in. Oh my God. Long stream.
We went deep.
Yeah.
What are you doing for the holidays?
Much deeper than usually go with me.
Yeah.
First time wasn't as deep. I guess it was like a practice run. I'm just gonna throw it out for my go vote for Katie, Dumbfuck of the Year. Subscribe there, whatever. That's the video promoting her. There's a link in that to go vote. It's unlisted, so go vote. The way you vote by you go to the unlisted link and you either like it or dislike it, and that votes for that person. So I think she's gonna win.
All right.
It's close though. It's really close. I think Kyle and I think it's Anthony Riley. Like the three of them are like the most likely to win.
Yeah, so
Dumbfuck of the Year.
6th annual. Be there.
Hell yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're about to wrap it up.
Gotta wrap that up. Gotta wrap it up. Everything happened today. We hit the goal. We had a wonderful conversation with Steve about science and dinosaurs. We needed you here for that because if we would have been just me and Ben left alone with Nick Fuentes, he would have out-scienced us because we're just not.
Well, one of these days you might actually bring me in for something I actually like kind of know about, like my nuclear stuff. But hey, that's cool.
Yeah. What's
whatever?
What's a good nuclear topic that we could like? Is there an impending like nuclear winter that we can talk about? Make funny.
If you have, you have to have a nuclear war to have nuclear winter.
Shit.
So I mean, with Trump in office, who knows? Yeah, but
our only hope is that his fingers are too small to press the button. Our only hope. Boobry, I personally thank you for all of your consistent support of the Drunken Peasants show. If anybody else wants to be personally thanked, that'll have to be another episode. Hey! That's about it, huh?
Yeah, that's about it. I'll keep you guys on any updates for the Non Sequitur show. Hopefully we'll get it back probably next month or shortly after. Kyle had till Friday to respond to this last thing. He failed, to surprise of literally no one's.
Yeah.
And so the judge is going to sign the order to sign the channel back over to me and to show the books. He'll have 14 days to do that, or he'll be in civil contempt of court and hauled in front of the judge and have to explain why. So there's your update. We'll make it happen, though.
All right.
Oh, I do have one last thing. Yeah. I will be in Dallas January 2nd to the 6th. Sweden and I are going on vacation, doing a meet and greet. We're going to be hanging out with a bunch of people, I think on the 3rd and the 4th. So if you're in the Dallas area, hit us up.
Hell yeah.
All right. And we will see everyone in the post show. Well, not everyone, but those of you who qualify.
Qualify $10 or above Patreons or members of this channel on YouTube. Also, subscribe to our accounts for 10 and above. Come, we're all stars now on the post show. Come be a star. See everybody there very soon. And everybody else, we'll see you back Tuesday. Steve, you have a good night. Thank you for hanging with us.
You too. Thank you guys for having me. This is fun.
Oh, always.
Good night.
Always a pleasure. Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.